Green, go ahead.
Oh, right.
Anytime you want to start now, go for it.
I have.
Just go right for it.
No.
Right down the road.
But last time,
Take it now.
I'm going to strangle you. Every interruption, you lose an inspiration. It's negative inspiration. You succeed, and you automatically fail.
Silvery barbs.
So it's like how Pan rolls, got you.
Alright, so last time, you all decided to go help out a very lovely jet in City of the Dead. You got attacked by a drow yet again. You chased the drow through half the city. Harton is getting too old for this.
He's not too old for this. Doing this constantly is what's making him too old for it. Having to do this on a less, on a near weekly basis is a bit of an issue.
And then, wisely, somebody went and got Felric. He immediately spotted the issue in your plan, namely the fact that all it takes is somebody ungagging Saloon for the entire Break of the Earth operation to go up in smoke.
Oh no, what a shame. Never mind.
No way that could go negatively for you lot if that were to be discovered. And then after a lot of discussion, it was decided that you all would let Saloon go, and then eventually deal with him later. Two of our party members apparently forgot the second half of the equation almost immediately, and are currently now chasing after the slightly crippled drow with his arms tied behind his back. Lou, Nadrax, what are you doing?
Is that a rhetorical question?
No, it's a literal question.
It's a reinforcement of poor decisions. Like, what are you doing? Really? You're doing that? Okay.
Yeah!
Okay, you have tried to do Fairy Fire. Let's see if he... That's a D6.
I think it's what we call an easy one, but it is Lou doing it. Never mind.
You forget, Undead Saloon can actually apparently roll sometimes. So Lou, you do try that. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to do anything as he rounds a corner. Are you pursuing?
Yeah, I'm just dashing straight after him.
Okay, so we have one dashing. What's Lou
I'm getting
doing?
left behind a little bit, I think. I'll try to keep up with Nadrax, but he's fast.
Okay. Everybody on the cart. You're hearing a lot of commotion out.
Aye, well, we get out of the globe. We get out of the darkness globe, obviously. No point sitting in that.
As you all get out of the globe of darkness, you hear a yelp from Felric, and he takes off.
Where are you going?
Hello?
Oh, for fuck's sake! And Harton takes off after him.
Because the only thing that they can see going around the corner is you, Lou, because you cast a fairy fire. So you're the slow one in the equation.
There is still some light and stuff out right where I am, so...
Not just in running.
So yes, you all are chasing after Saloon, and Nadrax, you get to see he rounds a corner. I assume you're chasing after him full bore.
Yes.
When you round the corner, you see a little bit of an issue as there's a butcher shop on the corner, and some poor fool is splayed out in front of the storefront. Apparently, looks like he's just been ran over. It looks like he's seen a ghost.
Oh no, my cabbages.
In a butcher shop?
Right.
He's a fucking shit butcher.
You're trying to become the city's first vegan butcher.
Saloon, kill him.
No great loss this time.
I mean, maybe the cabbages have bones that need removing.
Oh god.
There's that like the hard part. It's not very.
Yeah,
good.
he only works on monstrous plants, so they technically count as creatures and therefore meat. If it can walk and sometimes even talk while devouring people, it's an animal.
Yeah, but from the looks of it, the butcher seems alive.
This seems more like a patron, but yeah, he just looks absolutely shell-shocked.
Yeah.
And he's splayed on the floor in front of the shop.
His cabbages.
So, does it look like the saloon ran into the shop, or?
It is quite probable because you see nowhere else that he could
Alright.
have gone.
Into the butcher shop I go.
Do you deliberately step around the poor traumatized man, or are you just trampling him as well?
I tried jumping over him.
Okay. You make it into the butcher shop. You do see a very scared butcher over the corner holding up a very large butcher knife. And you do see a drow disappear into the back room of the shop.
Alright. The butcher is not blocking the way there.
No,
Is he?
he's hiding in the corner with a butcher knife, looking absolutely terrified because an undead drow just bolted into his shop.
Alright. Is there a back door?
Yeah, the door saloon just went through. Only one.
Alright. Going through while yelling at them. Tell the others where I went. You
Lou.
know when the others arrive.
Lou! You just see Nadrax bolt into the butcher shop.
I am so sick of these motherfucking drow in this motherfucking city. Ugh. Guess I'll run
So
in
I'm
after him.
fucking I'm.
He just kind of points. He's just got his hand up now. He's pointing with the knife. Just at
Anybody
the
hurt?
door.
Nobody's hurt, right?
No. The
Yeah,
patron
but
is scrambling out from the front of the door.
Yeah, you should probably leave.
Yeah, the patron gets out of the way. The butcher's just standing in his little corner with the knife pointing where Nadrax went.
You can also leave. I'm sure I'm being followed.
I'm good. Good. Just go.
Kind of owns the place, doesn't really want to leave it unattended.
Not to mention, it
burn it
doesn't
down.
help that the second person that came through the door is a drow.
I did say I was sick of these drow. I mean,
Another
I'm
one.
clearly on their side.
He does not know this. He's just pointing.
I don't know, he's in the food industry. He might recognize Lou.
This is not a very good shop, clearly. He has cabbages. Wouldn't come here not for $1 million.
You're a little further down than Lou normally gets. But
Finally, once
Nadrax.
everyone else has gone through the butcher shop, Bjorn finally enters through. Doesn't even try to jump over the guy, just awkwardly just tries to walk over him.
Tries to get an extra burst of speed by chewing on some sausage links.
Bjorn is just gonna fish out like five silvers, take the sausage links that are nearby, and just awkwardly shuffle through the back door since he assumes that's where everyone else gone.
He's not slow because of his movement speed. He's slow because he's stopping for snacks.
Nadrax, when you get into the back of the butcher shop, you definitely see Saloon pausing near the rear door, making use of a knife that you can see nearby to try to loosen the bonds a bit. Although when he sees you, he bolts. He bolts out the rear door. I assume you're following, right? Fred?
You're muted.
He's not muted on my screen.
Well, he does it to
Might have a
himself.
hardware button. Yeah.
He's also not responding, so I guess maybe he had to walk off or he lost connection.
Maybe.
But there's just an open back door the saloon's going through?
Yeah. He's just going out the back of the door.
You should probably shout to the people
Alright,
coming through the door
alright,
now
now.
to go around the outside
Okay.
and get the back door.
There we go. So yeah, Nadrax, you saw Saloon working his binds off with a knife that was right by the rear door, and he bolts out the rear door when you show up.
Can I catch up to him, actually?
You could probably get close. You'd be able to throw something at him. You probably wouldn't be able to grab him right at this point.
Yeah. I'll follow him then. Try
Okay.
to prevent him from freeing himself.
Right? You get out the door. He turns around. Give me a wisdom save.
I expected as much. Load feed. I cannot roll good on wisdom for my
Nope.
I do
life.
have one more inspiration as Lou runs past.
No, you don't run past. You're
I'll
running
run
into
up
the
to
shop
it.
after
Right,
him.
Yeah,
I think
still
I
run
never
up
spent
to the
that
side.
inspiration.
Hmm?
I was given an inspiration and never spent it.
And you can roll again if you want them.
No, I mean bardic inspiration.
I think a D6 can get you up top.
That was a what? You would have had to give it to him before that.
Well, if you already
Yeah.
had one, then I still have one left.
Yeah, last session I think I got one, but never actually used it.
How long do those last?
I don't know.
An hour, I think.
Okay, no, then it would be active. You make it, Fred.
Woohoo! The first
Lou!
time I've used bardic inspiration on that character.
Lou! You come around the corner. Give me a wisdom save.
I cannot inspire myself.
You don't make it.
I'll just stand here.
So, Nadrax, your one compatriot is standing there blocking the door, and you have a very angry saloon.
Alright. Am I able to reach him now?
You can, yeah.
Is there some sort of cloth or bag or something around?
Inside the shop, probably. You also have a lot of people chasing after you. You can hear a commotion in the street.
I guess
And
I
you
would
can-
also have a backpack or something like that.
You have a backpack, yeah.
Yeah.
Also-
Can I put my bag over his head
It has stuff
so he
in it,
can
I
no longer
assume.
look at people?
I assume you have stuff in it. You'd have to empty it out. Probably take a turn to empty it out.
Hmm.
And also, you have a bit of a pickle because he breaks through his bindings.
Alright. That is unpleasant.
You also see he quite casually walks over and grabs Lou's weapon.
All
Isn't
of that
Ajax in front of
before
me?
my turn.
All he did was he broke his bind and grabbed the weapon.
Alright. What is there around in the alleyway? Is there an
Well-
empty barrel or something like that?
You'd have to check them.
And all of that takes me an action, I suppose?
Pretty much. You're not going to be able to just look at something and say why that's empty and pick it up.
I want to put the barrel over him so badly. I guess I'll try to just grapple him.
Okay.
Right? In a
You don't grapple
time,
him.
I think that's a failure, yeah. Yeah, and that's my action. I can't do anything else. Aside from disengaging, dashing.
Are you going to stay engaged with him or are you going to disengage?
I will disengage and try to move ahead of him where he would have to go to run away from the mass of people.
And Lou, you have a regular rapier, yes?
No, not for long. I also have a dagger.
Yeah, he only has time to go. Lou? one you hit? you are
I would hope so on
paralyzed.
a fucking bard.
Yeah, don't forget it's also probably a crit.
It is a crit.
So that's a lot of dice. Because he also gets a sneak attack, sure, right?
He does not get it. He doesn't have a sneak attack.
And you're safe, Lou.
And then let me just re-roll the whole damage again. Just so. Yeah, you
So
have
7
so
plus
that
5.
And whatever his
Lou?
dex mod is.
yeah. Okay, it's next. No, it should. Why is it not on there? +4.
I'm down.
on
I mean, +4 total or +4 on each attack.
each attack.
Yeah, okay, I'm down.
No, well, total, because he got a crit.
Oh yeah. I'm
I'm
having
not
it.
down.
So that would just be his first attack.
Yeah. Because I just dragged this over here.
So that'd be 16 damage on that first hit.
Hold on. Let me add this dex mod in here.
So are you still up after 16 damage?
Yeah.
Alright, you're super
So
fucked
that's
now.
+4.
And also a crit.
Yeah, also a crit.
That's another D8.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely down now.
Okay. Nadrax. You see Saloon stab Lou with his own rapier twice. Lou falls to the ground. He doesn't even bother taking the rapier out the second time. He just drops it and then starts running the opposite direction of where you're standing.
So towards the rest of the ones that
The other,
chase.
the other direction of the alley. Because there's 2 directions in that.
Huh.
Meanwhile, at this stage, those of you who are running through the shop, yeah, you all get to see Lou drop dead in the doorway.
Not dead. He's not dead.
You do hear a very panicked Felrec. Pardon?
It's alright. It's alright. I've made a habit of doing this on him now.
I live.
Nadrax, I assume you're chasing.
Do I see Saloon at all?
When I see him getting up, yeah. Or well, do I see Lou getting healed?
You probably hear him groaning and complaining that there's a rapier sticking out of him, probably.
Yeah, do I keep this in or take it out? I'm confused.
Yeah.
You also see Felrec jump over Lou.
Ah, I'm
get
being
out.
stabbed again. Ah.
No, you're not. As he goes to take a pot shot. Yeah, everybody else, if you get into the alleyway, you would be able to. Yeah.
So Valrak is also chasing.
Oh, heck yeah.
All right. Yeah. Then I will keep chasing after the Revenant.
I feel like the person who gave us the plan in the first place is missing the point of the fucking plan.
I'm not. Unfortunately, things have changed because people are. He cuts himself short. Harden,
Well-
just shoot him. Somebody shoot Uzana. Gaddix, whoever can do something, just please do something.
Right. Suppose, yeah, I would have been manhandling around, wouldn't have a shield up, so...
Horik unleashes with
Oof.
magic missile.
I haven't been using this for a while. Let's just flush that a wee bit. There we go, it's getting better.
Alright, Horik, give me the magic missiles.
Yeah, I think I can use a max of 3 at once, can't I?
I want a magic missile. Let me look that up real quick. I didn't have it.
Those are attacks. That's wrong. Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 to 3. Yeah.
what is it? I think it's 1d4, isn't it?
1d4 plus 1, so it'll be 5 darts.
For each dart. Oh, you're doing it at third level.
He's using free charges.
Yeah.
Okay.
11 damage.
2 more darts.
No, because you can only do 3 at a time.
Well, no. You use up a charge to cast magic missiles, which is 3 darts, and then you use more charges to cast it at a higher level, which adds an extra dart. So by
I was using it from the wand.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how it works. It's like casting a spell and you use a charge to upcast it each time, which adds 1 more dart. By using free charges, you're casting it at 3rd level.
Okay, so
That's 5, so 2 more darts.
Yeah. Basically, you shoot as many darts as you spend charges plus 2.
More
That's
efficient to
17.
Use one at a time.
It looks like Saloon ain't doing too hot. He was already not doing hot to begin with, but he's looking particularly teetery and almost stumbles as he starts running, as he continues to run.
Somebody fucking grab him.
I'm blaming my crossbow miss on the fact that Gaddix cannibalized some of its parts for his gun.
I guess I'll try and just charge into him.
Okay, give me your roll.
Just see if I can just hit him with the long sword, which I'll probably, if the luck has been what it's been. Hey,
You hit him. You kill him.
there we go. There we go. He's down.
Belric looks
Wouldn't
greatly relieved.
Couldn't he choose to make it non-lethal?
He
With
could.
the melee attack?
Yeah, but the city guard is on a way again, and then we're back to square one.
And Bjorn doesn't like to hold
Alright.
back anyway.
Alright.
You see, for extra good measure, Felrek walks over and literally pops a shot right in the Saloon's skull just to make sure.
He's dead alright.
I wanted to make sure.
Hey, well, that's not the way to do it anyway. Let's see. There we go. Just a little burst of that. That's how you know he's dead.
Doesn't hurt.
Well, we
I'm gonna
saw
stab
it's-
him with my own bloody sword of my blood. Ha ha.
Well, we saw he doesn't fix himself.
Of course he crits. He crits on a corpse.
A really good stab. I gotta get my own blood on my weapons more often. This might be the trick. As he takes out his dagger and lines it up over his stomach.
Loon.
Oh, maybe because he's already dead.
Felrek goes to take your dagger.
Stabbing a corpse is a wee bit easier, aye.
I have
Did
to
you
try
let
that more
him-
often.
Did you let him take the dagger?
Oh, I just put it back on my belt.
No. Don't do that.
Stab the other guy.
And yeah, in short order, the alley is absolutely covered in city guard.
Alright. We'll need to add another item to my shopping list. A bag. A potato sack. Something like that.
Can we get like a cut-proof bag maybe? That might help against him.
Yeah. Might.
Well, this is all fucking done, so I'm just heading home.
You want the
Yep.
sausage link?
I'll take the bit
Yeah.
that's not chewed, aye. Give me that bit. The intact bit. Fucking give it.
Yeah,
I'm not taking the bit you gnawed on.
I'm holding the bit that I didn't gnaw on. You fussy baby.
I can just about see it past your thumb. Slide it out a bit more, come on. Give me something I can actually grab on.
They.
Before you all start heading out, Sir Ambrose does show up. Just kind of waylays you all. So it's been destroyed, unfortunately.
Aye, well. If you look at Lou's shirt there, you can see he was a wee bit dangerous, so just put him down instead. Couldn't
Something
risk grabbing him
unfortunate.
up again. Didn't have the advantage this time.
Yeah, understandable. Not yet. Tonight, I think we're done for tonight. I suppose I will see you all tomorrow then for the last night.
Aye, well, hopefully we get a beating who's raising him, since we did see 6 skellies bouncing about.
Oh, you did?
Aye, we told you. I mean, obviously there was a bit going on, but yeah, we saw 6 skeletons rattling about attacking us.
That's... Well, at least you dealt with those as well. It's an eventful night.
We'll say it's a separate incident from this one.
Well, I'd hope so. If whatever's raising the skeletons can also raise revenants, I mean, that's not normally something one just raises.
But
Well,
hopefully
very
we get
well.
it resolved.
Agreed. If you ever need anything regarding that, do let me know.
We'll have a wee think on it once I've had a chance to rest the bones. Me own.
Well, I hope you all have a good night then. I suppose City Guard will deal
Well, we've
with this
got what
fellow.
a day. They've probably got a few hours clearance before he's up and about in another corpse. That'll be fun.
Hopefully he doesn't try to badger you immediately afterwards.
Well, he's been quite relentless so far. It's becoming a daily occurrence.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Well, that's what happens when you fucking antagonize someone a bit relentlessly.
He was less competent when he was alive.
Stuff like that,
He
for
looks
example.
very confused.
Stuff like that, very true fact, but there we go. We told you a wee bit about them. This was the drow leaping about as a murdering elves. You were a serial killer.
Oh, yes, I definitely had heard about that, yes.
Yeah, whatever ones who chased and put them down. So,
Never
you
was
know,
this good at stabbing.
he bears a bit of a grudge.
Understandable. Unfortunate, but understandable.
Aye.
Well, I hope your night gets better, and I hope you do not have a return visit then.
Aye, same with you. Smooth sailing, Father Ambrose.
You as well. And he turns and takes his leave. And the city guard's already up to date on what's going on here, so they don't really hold you for very long. To tell you the people.
Same
But
old shite getting tired of putting them down.
Believe we just hear from the butcher shop. So, we just gotta leave it here? Okay, then.
Oh, it's behind his shop. The guard is handled.
Fuck, these
It's
are
not
fucking raw. Never mind, you can have that one. Oh, that desperate for a fix. But now, Lou, now's the time we can go back and check what you wrote on the wall.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Aye,
I bet you it was I'm gonna stab Lou later.
probably. We'll
Wait,
find out.
He wrote something on a wall?
No, we do that whenever everyone's fucking out of earshot.
No, that's Lou.
Oh.
I'm not Lou. That's Felric.
Lou, your
It's
voice
also Lou.
changed. We saw him scrawling it. Well, we saw the words, and then he was darting, and it was a little more important to catch up to him than it were to read the message.
It could have been a necromancer too, a separate guy.
No, Lou, it was him. We literally chased him down. We saw him. We ran after him.
I didn't see him writing on the wall. I mean,
You were
innocent
right.
until proven guilty with that guy. You know what I always say.
No.
I will fucking clout you. Right, let's
Just as
go.
long as you don't put him on the floor again.
He would.
I would.
As long
Yeah.
as you heal him afterwards.
My minimum damage would, in fact, put him on the floor. Because, let's see, I only gave him like a couple of HP, 5 HP back. And that's the minimum I can do with a fist. Yeah, right. Sick. You make me regret doing this sometimes, you know that, Lou. There we go.
You ever look at your
There-
buddy and you say, "Hey, let's go chase down that revenant"?
There we
Hey,
go, there we go.
Hmm.
Aye,
What?
fucking great idea. Why did you do that? That was not the scheme. Now he's
That
going to
was
show up in a face we don't recognise.
I
And
think
I'm
we'll know
going to
it's him.
point out because we would have been in the exact situation that we were literally just in.
Yeah, but now we have 24 hours to sleep.
No.
No, we don't.
Oh, some hours.
Sunrise.
So, thanks the pair of you. Next time, fucking listen.
Now he's going to want another body, which means we're potentially down another sailor. Jarlaxle's not going to be happy.
He's not the only one. And
Yes, I'm not particularly happy.
nor am I. What was your grand plan? To just chase him down and hope that the city guard, who were now alerted, weren't going to catch him themselves?
They would have been chasing him anyway.
Or
We
we
could have
were
let him go
somehow-
at this point.
He was going to get away from him easy enough.
Well, it was a gamble.
No. It weren't a gamble, it was the wrong move. A gamble has a chance of something beneficial happening. We weren't going to be able to snatch him away in this situation. The only outcome was this, which is not that helpful.
Well, we could have potentially snatched him away once he had gotten far enough away from the guard.
Not.
Thing is, the
Ideally out of
guard's
the
looking
city.
for him everywhere.
We're on high alert,
Mhm.
they're fucking everywhere. They're yelling at their mates further down the street. That was not happening. And they even had Father Everdon there to keep them on track of it. So, that were not helpful. And you put yourselves at risk. You almost got fucking killed again, Lou.
Okay,
So I'm disappointed in the pair of you for this. Everyone else were fine with it. All along, it would have been easy. Right, let's go see what was painting on that wall.
Right. So you all start back, and eventually you do end up at the City of the Dead, and you find what was painting on the wall. It's a very simple message. Stop destroying my bodies.
Well, I'm glad we just kept hoofing it after him, Ben.
Well, now I just want to keep doing it even more.
oh, yeah, now we pissed him off even more.
Alright, well, let's get this cleaned off.
It's clearly annoying for him.
And it's worse for us because our men are dying, Lou.
Well, after he kills us, he's gonna kill them anyway.
That's got a
The i-
point.
the idea is that you're not supposed to die. None of us want. Lou, let me make this clear. You are not supposed to die. I am not supposed to die.
I'm not dealing with this guy
Martin
for a
and
whole
Nathan
year.
are
This
not
is already
supposed to
annoying
die.
enough.
We need to handle the situation with as little of our people dying as possible. That includes us.
There's a part of me that feels like at this point there's only a matter of time before Felric's going, "You're lucky you're pretty."
That point was reached.
Yeah.
He's at that point right now. He is very frustrated.
I'm just a real go-getter.
As a married man and father to, let's see, I've got 3 back at home, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of you. I've got a lot of dependents. Don't really want to go leave them in the lurch. Who knows what they'll fucking do next. Right, let's get this.
I'll get stabbed.
Hey,
No,
exactly.
do not get stabbed again. No, you are going to give me a heart attack.
Isn't that what I thought you were gonna say?
Lou?
Hmm?
Shh. For a little while, okay? We're in the City of the Dead. Let's just let the air itself be dead. let there be no volume for a bit, okay? So let's just get this scrubbed and we'll just walk home. It'll be nice, quiet, peaceful, relaxing.
We'll point out that that did successfully befuddle him long enough to get the bluster out of it.
Home sweet home.
So you go home, and you do notice that the tavern is starting to wind down.
That looks lovely as he's continuing to walk past the window, not bothering to walk into the bar at all, just heading straight home. It's lovely
Really
to
need
see
to
it
install
that
that
way. Favorite little hangout spot. I don't fucking care right now. I've got to get these boots off.
Spartan has yet again ran halfway across the city of Waterdeep.
Well, this time the rest of the party joined him, so that's nice. Kind of a group fun run sort of experience.
There's to die for.
Hmm.
You know, you could probably do an ultra marathon pretty soon. All this training.
Well, it's gotta be without me.
Right. Up to bed, no suppers, a lot of you.
Well, look, I brought my own.
I no trouble for the rest of us of finishing off the rest of the sausage links.
Well, what am I saying? I shouldn't punish everyone here. Neither actually, just get the fuck out of my sight.
Matrix, I have food upstairs if you want to have some.
You have food.
I have food everywhere.
Where?
It's hidden, so people can't find it and eat it.
Cut to them boarding up the windows as Squidly finds most of the stashes.
Just the sweets. Never...
Yeah, I was about saying how much of it is sweets.
60% probably. It keeps well.
Cut to a few hours later, Balin pawing at the wall finds the meat stash.
Yep.
Oh god.
I didn't say it was well hidden.
Well, it's already cooked stuff, not raw.
I gotta learn a fire cantrip to make my own food upstairs.
I'll bring dinner up. Just go upstairs.
There's nothing up there for me. Except my snacks. But half those got blown out the window.
That's right, you're sleeping downstairs. That'll be fun. You've got to walk through the crowd there.
You remember, they moved.
Yeah. They're in the
now...
den.
Yeah, they're in the den now. There we go.
This Lou takes a brick off the fireplace, removing it, getting a cooked chicken straight out of the wall.
I actually don't think Nadrax would have a huge desire to sleep alone in a room which is far away from anyone else.
Now, yeah, you're in a bit of a pickle too.
Yeah.
So, Nadrax, what room are you bunking up in now?
I'm pondering to just sleep in the common room on a chair.
Not that one.
Yeah, that's Darlaxle's.
Don't you fucking start. Not today.
Actually, a couch would be probably preferable. There should be a couch, right?
Yeah.
But is it long enough for all of Nadrax?
There's a love seat and a weirdly named ottoman as well.
Doesn't matter all that much. As long as it's remotely soft and can contain him. It's okay.
You all do have an early night.
I'd just love to abuse your powers right now, Uzi, and just have all the weight taken away from my feet. But I'll settle for just putting them on the bed. Oh, yes, that's better. How are you doing?
Tired. It has been a long day.
It's surprisingly quite a long night. I mean, the day passed by pretty well. That last bit of a night, though, that went on a bit.
Well, what time is it? Has it moved to the new day?
I have no idea just yet. I don't care. Let's just
Let's
not try
just-
to meet it for a while.
Let's just call it the previous day till we know for sure.
Okay. You don't have slow, you can cast on for a wee bit, will give us a few more hours.
No, not yet.
Alright, Betty buys in.
Uh-huh.
Have a good one, I'll see you when I close my eyes.
Sleep well.
Lou, you do notice when you get up to the library and study, and Bjorn, when you pass through, you notice Felric has apparently been busy as he has tacked the windows with fabric to keep it from being obnoxiously bright in there in the middle of the day.
Should have a goth
make
theme
this-
going. Unfurls his
Make
spider
yourself comfortable.
scrolls.
Make yourself comfortable, hey?
Well, it gets very bright in here with all the windows.
Nah.
There's a baguette
Oh,
in the
look.
hallway.
What?
Nothing. I'm talking to Bjorn.
What about the hallway?
There's a baguette in the hallway. Get the baguette.
A few more days of Lou living here, and we're going to have a mysterious mouse infestation. I don't know how they're just breeding and feeding so quickly. It's weird.
Lou, why do you have a baguette in the hallway?
And for when Bjorn comes through.
What?
You can't find it. You don't deserve it.
Why is a baguette in the hallway, Lou?
Mac.
You can't even just
You know
say
what?
because it was a long room, long bread. It makes sense.
I baked a baguette the entire length of the hallway. It's the new Mr. Beast video.
And Felric,
Felric is probably
Felric is
realizing that maybe Harton should have clouded him just for a little bit.
he looks at you, Bjorn, and you just see he shakes his head, goes, gets a wine bottle, and just pours himself a very big glass.
Right, time to double check the spell ring as well. Let's see.
Alright, well, sleep well, you two.
Alright, I can put another
Later,
guiding
Lord.
bolt back in it.
Hey, I'm going to get myself some shut eye.
Oh,
And
I forgot.
prepare myself mentally for the next time he decides to come by in another party.
Didn't you all swap with the kids, Bjorn?
Oh, aye.
Oops. So
Thanks
you
for
walk
reminding
in.
me.
You walk into the room, and you just open the door, and you just see a bunch of sleeping children and a dog, and the dog just picks his head up and looks at you.
Right, good pup. Alright, well, they're taking... Oh, they're alright.
Yeah, as he tries to play it off as I meant to do that.
Yeah. Alright, well, the
Good
kids
evening
are
to you
alright.
again.
Yeah.
And Felix just goes, you forgot you swapped.
Doesn't say
Hey,
anything,
buddy.
just walks through.
It was social visit. You know, he's trying to be friendly.
We need more doors in this house.
Yeah.
Okay, Lou. Don't do that again.
I already know what I'm going to say to Jarlaxle when he says exactly what you just said to me.
What are you going to say to Jarlaxle?
Oops.
It's a strong opener. Lead with that.
He just takes a very long drink of that wine.
And remember, you reach for his hand, give it a firm shake, maintain eye contact, and he'll know that you're a shrewd operator. As you just say, oops.
Lou, you need to learn how to take orders.
I mean, not necessarily. I mean, maybe from Jarlaxle, but he wasn't there.
Lou, did you forget that I'm a lieutenant?
Sometimes.
There are some times you need to remember. If I give it an instruction, you might want to treat it as something you want to do.
Come on, you never looked at your buddy who's 2 feet taller than you and said, "Hey, let's get that guy." And he says, "Yeah."
No, not when it's an incredibly dumb decision. And yes, I am calling it dumb.
That's the only kind.
No! You are allowed to make smart decisions. Make smart decisions.
The possibility
smart.
exists, but the eventuality of it happening, two very separate things.
I've never considered this before.
Consider it and do it.
I gotta learn how to do cool shit with magic. If I had better magic, we could have got that. If I had a dimension door, I could have popped him right out of the city.
Take a rest.
God, you could have gone better.
Take a rest before I strangle you.
What if you can write a song just to make a new spell? Is that how that works?
He just doesn't fucking shut up.
Lou. Lou.
How does magic work? Wait a minute. Am I a fraud?
Yes!
He just walks out onto the patio.
Long, deep breaths. For some reason counting from 1 to 10 in Drow.
No, from 10 to 1. He's counting down.
Oh no.
Lou's gonna write a new song called "Am I a Fraud?"
Horrick's paying attention so he can learn to count in Drow.
But can you hear him? I mean, you are a floor up. He comes back
Probably,
in.
if he's out on the balcony.
He's quiet though. He unlike Lou, he's actually discreet. But yes,
Well, he
you
did
all-
fire off his gun a few times. That's a bit less discreet.
He can be discreet. But right, everybody, you take your rest. You actually get a successful long rest. How do you all feel?
I mean, I mainly feel Uzana,
Alive.
so pretty good.
I imagine for Bjorn, it's a little more awkward because he kind of forgot the part where he also needed to move the bed, so he's just bundled up 3 kid-sized sleeping bags together, or sleeping
No.
beds.
No, he's just in the bottom
the beds
bunk.
have moved.
Yeah.
The beds have moved. Surprisingly, Thalrek is actually a useful person to have around the house, and he assisted the kids moving everything.
Okay.
Because you weren't going to fit in their bunk beds. Lengthways, yes. Breadth, no. You have just had your shoulders and arms sticking out the sides.
So yes. You get up, technically, I mean, you know, it's mid-morning-ish. Not completely at the crack of dawn. You all are wonderfully rested. I assume you go down for breakfast?
I don't know, brushing
Yeah,
the
'cause
teeth
it's-
while deciding on spell choices.
I wonder if we can get it delivered.
Get what delivered?
Beyond
Breakfast.
doing the dwarf equivalent, brushing your teeth, just putting pure alcohol in your mouth, flush your mouth, and then spit it out.
Oh no, it's much worse than that. They do a proper filtering process by ingesting their beard. It's like the opposite of how frogs, bring out their stomachs to clean it by hand. In this case, put the beard down and yank it out, all the debris caught in it. Give it a good
Let's
shake,
go
a little bit of a
down.
rinse, you're done.
Let's go down and help whoever's making breakfast. We will work together to assist.
A
I'm
team
feeling some hash
building
browns.
exercise.
Come on, let's go.
Hash
You need to
browns,
make
hash
up for what you
browns. I
did
am a
last
fraud
night.
who eats hash browns. Ooh, that's a good chorus.
No, it's not, Lou.
I think I'm the bard here.
He has just killed the romance potential here. It's like Felric is now realizing, oh no, he's really dumb.
Not an act.
Oh no, he's
It's less charming after an hour.
he's not a Prince Charming, he's a himbo.
Cat throwing up. Ah, stop that.
Ugh.
Oh dear!
He might be
It was
busy.
on my lap, which is why it was fine. Otherwise, jeez, guy. He's okay.
Did we have anything planned for today?
I don't think
Ghost
so.
hunting.
Get the fuck out of my room, Lou.
Actually,
Felrect is not letting him go into your room.
I know. No, really? That's a good thing. Alright, we can do teach a few lessons. Alright, I've got to talk to Guild a lot on fixing up Lou's room, even though he can't use it for a while. Let's see. I feel like there was something else at the back of my head they were meant to be doing. Like, not an assigned thing, more of a convenience thing. It'll probably come to me in a wee bit. Need to get something fueled up. Oh, we still need to fence those things as well. Liquidate them for some coins. Hey, you coming down with me, or shall I bring something up for you?
Sewing up in a little bit. And make sure to check on Hooten.
Oh, he's right there, the foot of the bed. That looks like a sadly intact egg. I mean, good in a way, but sad
Yeah.
hatch.
Alright, enjoy breakfast. I'll be down in a bit.
Now, like I said, I'll bring it up to you, don't you worry. If you're not up to it anyway. But, you know, it's nice to mingle around. Oh, I've got to try and just bite my tongue when it comes to Nadrax and Lou in this case. Don't want to go lecturing in front of the kids. For one thing, they'll think that they'll get that kind of talking to when obviously no. They're a bit brighter than that. Alright. See you in a wee bit, love.
Mm-hmm.
And I take it that Gaddix and Nadrax are both going down.
Yeah.
news,
The
everyone.
children are all down.
I have an exciting announcement.
No.
I'm going to re-enroll in college. I thought I had 500 years to finish it, but I'm going to die before then, so I should probably finish my education.
Felric
Alright,
turns
I'll
to
take a
you,
tea,
Harden.
no sugar.
Harden.
What?
He just sits down and puts his head on the bar.
You chose this.
I don't know why.
I got into a very good school, I'll have you know.
Lou, come over here. Over
Okay,
here, you
almost
won't.
everybody's getting bacon, sausages, eggs for breakfast,
Oh,
except for Lou and Nadrax, who have got some very watery porridge for some reason.
Martin just patting himself for a moment, looking at that.
Or
Oh,
when you come
alright,
back in, the kitchen staff are already there.
Yeah.
Excellent.
They're a bit early. Did they live there?
No, they just came up getting ready to prep stuff, and they go, "Oh, hello."
Alright, I'll
Well-
need something a bit thicker, porridge-wise. Gotta put much of it aside.
You got bacon and
No, I can't.
Eggs.
I can't do all that. Not now. Not after the last big feed we've had. Not recently. I've still got to walk off what we had at Zords.
I'd say you
Okay,
walked it off pretty well last night.
You'd think, but no. Those wee deviled eggs. I couldn't say no.
okay, I pour out a bowl of toasted muesli with lots of nuts and fruit in it.
Oh, like you can see, there's less enjoyment on his face than there was with all the fried stuff. But it's a case of, right, that'll do. That'll do nicely. Thank you, lad.
You hear a knocking at your front door.
Just as he's
Here's
about to
the-
put the spoon in is when the knocking
Yeah.
happens. Just clatters, and then just fucking thaumaturgy on the door. Picking up the bowl, coming to take a look, sit down to see who it is.
Hello.
Hello there. The man who's
Hey.
causing me to have to eat this.
I don't recall making you eat anything.
No, it's just after I made a fool of myself at the banquet there. Got to eat
Ah.
lean for a wee bit.
I heard a little bit about your lovely jaunt through the city last night.
Well, for once it weren't me making the big noises.
I'm going back to college.
Right, Lou? Shh. For a wee moment.
Just thought you might want to know that last night, somewhat early in the night, mind you, we lost 2 more sailors. As a pair. They were yanked in by an undead drow.
Aye. Well, if they're not armed or anything like that, they're like, how'd they get the drop on them that easy?
Oh, they were armed. Just unfortunately, not sure if one of them dropped something. I didn't get up top until after the incident was finished, but apparently both of them were just absolutely yanked down into the water, and that didn't go quite well.
Aye. No.
You all also hear a very startled sound from the kitchen as both of your staff make a very alarmed sound.
It's alright.
All right there.
And yep, Horik, here we go. You
Oh.
see a elf pop into the kitchen. Surface elf. This is sorry. Hold on one moment. I just need to go up and speak to your hello, Horik.
Hello. Could we get another 2 lots of bacon and eggs? I've got a couple of visitors. Thank you. And I lead them back into the main bar.
The staff look very confused, but oh, okay. As Jarlaxle walks in. Felrex
probably-
is very confused right now.
Hmm.
I should probably hide, right?
Why?
When Zord... Hang on a second here now. As Harden sizes up for a moment. Alright, continue.
Continue.
You know, the real twist is
Well, you walked in, I'm sure you got something to say.
I do. I assumed that you were all referring to something else, and I was questioning why Lou suddenly thinks he needs to hide.
He is scrutinizing the mannerisms of Jarlaxle right now.
Jarlaxle seems fine.
Hmm.
You don't see anything wrong with Jarlaxle.
Alright. I'm just checking his behaviours, how he's speaking, how he's acting.
Hello, Harton. Good morning. How is the lovely wife?
Beautiful every day.
I would hope so. You wandered around Lou. He holds something out to you.
It's a gun.
Are you gonna
Well.
stab me now?
Why would I stab you?
Oh, let's
know.
not go into that. It's too early in the morning to get stuck on lists.
The good news is I'm going back to college.
Shut up about that.
I really think it could help.
I think you need an education that's a bit more basic. Maybe
I
sit
should
in
go
with the
back to
kids.
school.
You know what? Actually, sit in with the kids when we're doing lessons. That might help you a wee bit.
Yeah.
Missed something, haven't I?
Oh, you
I
know.
am-
Incorrect. Just yes.
The problem, it was my plan. But if I was more competent, I could have done it.
Lou,
It's an honest
that is
appraisal.
not-
If I was an idiot, I could have achieved.
That is not a shining statement. Zord is looking confused as all heck. He is missing something, and he's aware of this.
I scrutinize Zord.
He is very confused right now.
Which isn't really how he is. He's usually the one in control and very confident. This seems out of character. But then it's also Lou, who is naturally able to confuse fucking anyone.
He goes over to the table over here, sits down, takes his hat off. What? Jarlax just says, I also agree. What? Alright, I assume this is related to your excursion? Yes?
Right, hang on a second
Last
before he starts. Come here, Balin. I'm gonna
Yeah.
need a therapy animal here while he goes on his. I'll be here to offer corrections. Let's hear it from you, Lou.
I artificially extended our chase of the guy.
Why?
You know, you look at your buddy, and he says, oh, he doesn't say anything, but then you say, let's get him, and then he goes out. Yeah, you know.
Right, that paints you in a really bad light because it's you being the one who say, "Let's get him."
I thought he might stop me. You know.
Or the two of you could have not, by following the scheme, whereby he runs off with that still intact body, probably pissed enough to maybe attack a sailor, but probably not. Maybe be too spiteful and think about the time he can come back and launch himself at us. Hello, love.
Hello.
I meant to come up
I
to see you, but
started-
we got guests.
I started to hear your voice in the story happening, so I came to see and to help.
Hey, well, I've got a lap
Morning,
big enough for you and the
Newcomer.
dog.
Grab whatever Jarlax was holding out, by the way.
It's an emblem. It is an emblem of a hat with a white diadem feather. I was coming to deliver this because it's occurred to me that you probably need to find a way to get in touch with me a little bit easier. If you show up onto the boat, make sure you have a cloak or some sort of disguise so that people can't immediately see you change. Show that to one of the sailors, they'll be able to bring you on back to the captain.
Okay. I'm figuring this out. Okay.
Elric, what went wrong?
Everything?
Woo! Yeah.
Oh no, not
Yes,
everything, love. Not everything. Just a wee bit at the end.
Oh, that
I did
is
good
true.
before that.
Before that, everything was going fine and dandy, with some complications, admittedly. But in the
I did
grand
jump
scheme of
off a wall.
things, that went fine.
That was pretty cool.
We had the plan to let Saloon escape, and then for some strange reason, Lou and Nadrax decided to throw the plan out the window, and we went through a merry chase in Waterdeep through a butcher shop, and then eventually we managed to catch and kill the current iteration of Saloon.
No, credit where credit's due. Nadrax was also an equal part in cocking that up.
It was
I
mostly
did
my
say
idea.
Lou and Nadrax. I said both of them.
Alright.
I'm just a bad influence, more so.
Jarlaxle has a very deep sigh.
Leading to almost your death once again, Lou.
If I was competent, I could have made something out of this. I just need more magic, or however that works.
That was also just a terrible idea. I mean, it was a bad enough idea of having to let him go, but it's the fact that it's complicating him more by possibly recapturing again. While surrounded by the town guard a second time.
That wouldn't have worked.
Exactly.
If I could teleport, it would have worked. But I can't do that, unfortunately. Forgot about that.
If you teleported, wouldn't they see you teleport with him and then wonder where he went with you?
We had about 10 seconds of window that could have had.
And also, if you teleported with him, couldn't he do something to freeze you in place and then kill you?
Not if I was competent.
And Felric speaks up. If you recall, you actually were paralyzed and stabbed you with your own blade and almost killed you.
Luckily, that was
Because
about
I
the only
thought-
reason the town guard didn't guerrilla survivor. They saw an obvious reason for us to have killed him.
So
Oh,
I
right.
contributed, sort of.
No. You managed to smooth out a situation you complicated.
And all I took was getting stabbed.
And let's not keep doing that.
No, it's not very much fun, actually.
Exactly. It's for the benefit of all of us, if we all keep hale and hearty. We do that by working together.
You see Jarlaxle kind of gives a little signal. Zord pops up down into the kitchen. Comes back. And you hear the kitchen staff going out the door again. And Jarlaxle just gives a very deep sigh. Right then. All right. Just, can we try to be a little bit more...
Subtle.
Yes, that would be a good word. And in Lou's case, the word I would use is competent.
Yeah. We're on
Well,
the
our
same
hand
page.
was forced by that situation. We couldn't really do anything else considering the amount of town guard that were just watching us fight him.
And also trying to shoot us while it was happening for some reason.
It is
Who hired these people?
it fired fucking 3 or 4 times. I was grappling the fucker to the ground.
I was really good before that. Before the whole, I mean, during that part when I jumped off the wall and made him laugh, that was good.
Completely immobilized him.
Almost sent him down the
Lou,
cliff.
Lou,
Hmm?
do more of the first part, less of the second part. You are aware that you have a brain inside of that skull of yours, yes?
I've never seen it.
Don't. Not the time. It's not the time right now. Yes,
yeah,
Would
that's
you
use,
like me to demonstrate?
Is that? Can you? Never mind. Let's not.
I had a moment where I had to think because Jarlaxle was just absolutely flabbergasted. You see, he kind of gives us a signal, and Zor just kind of goes, I think I'm going to go right now. Quickly shovels, I'll be back later.
Okay.
And Jarlaxle looks like he is incredibly frustrated. However, when Zord goes and opens the door, he says, Oh, hello there. And you hear another voice on the other side of the door. Oh, hello. I came here to speak with Lou and Nadrax and Horick. Oh, I see Horick there. You all have a visitor. It's
How
Mert.
do I hide?
Uzi, I swear to fuck, if this keeps happening, I'm gonna nail that door shut for a few days.
Them
You
to just
all
come in through the
see
window.
Jarlaxle vanishes. He is no longer there.
We used to
I wonder
not
where I got
even
this
Hello
note
there.
from.
we used to not even bother locking our door back at Raid Shield. We never got this amount of visitors.
Nadrax has
come-
been sitting in a corner silently staring at the ground.
Now, is it a case of we saw
Oh,
Jarlaxle speed off, or did he just
No.
vanish?
He vanished, just flat out. He was standing next to Lou one moment, he's not there anymore.
Right.
And Zor just goes, and he leans over, may he come in? I believe it's, your friend Mert.
I mean, that looks like a perfectly normal human, not the gigantic Hassan ripoff. That can't be Mert. Why isn't he 8 foot tall?
Well,
Strange
he
depiction.
is.
Why isn't he large size?
Hey, let him in, let him in.
I'm out here, and, have a good day, sir.
See
Zord takes
see you
his
later, Captain Zord.
Mert Waterdeep in. Everything well this fine morning?
Well, we're still in the midst of breakfast and whatnot, but welcome to our fine establishment. It's nice of you to finally grace the place.
See, this is your Mert.
Yep.
Not my Mert.
It's not our Mert.
Well, I hope it's something that you can eat on the go. Unfortunately, there's something that requires a little bit of urgency.
Alright, what
That's
is
What's
it?
happened?
a running theme.
Uza Solozok is an old woman who sells books out of a relatively narrow 3-story building on Soren Street in the Trade Ward. She claims to have trapped a monster in her shop and fears for the welfare of her books and of her cat. The City Watch isn't likely to lend a hand, given, well, Uza has a propensity for tall tales, but the Harpers owe her a favor. If you go on down to Felzoon's Folly, you'll find her sobbing over a tankard. Felzoon's Folly's over a corner of Soren and Salabar Street. If you would, please do make haste. She's absolutely terrified something's going to happen with that little cat of hers.
Alright.
Alright.
It's just a monster. No details.
Not that we've really picked up. She was in a bit of a hurry. Wasn't quite making much sense. She's clearly thinking this is actually distress.
Alright. Alright, we'll be on that.
Right,
We all
I do
go?
appreciate it. Everybody can go if they wish, yes.
But we do have the
Hmm.
cemetery this evening that we might want to save some people for. I don't know.
Aye, that's a fair bit later.
Nadrix is out of the door already.
Mert goes and takes his leave with a little wave.
Now, let's see here. Monster loose in a building. Seems a small scale thing, right?
The three of us who actually work for him could handle it, probably.
Something of a beginner level adventure, would you say?
Whitley
Possibly.
lights up.
Just at least to observe. You know, a bit like the Scarecrow situation.
We can go too!
Aye, you're coming with us. Now, it's an official job for those three, so they'll be the lead, with Bjorn, of course, there as muscle. We'll keep an eye on you lot.
I quickly asked Felrock, how likely is it that Sloane hides in basements during the day?
I would have no idea. He could very well be, or he could be outside of the town.
Okay.
And then Jarlaxle kind of pops up on the other side of Lou again. It's entirely probable. After all, if he still has a sunlight sensitivity, he'd want to stay out of it.
Okay. I'll have to be careful just in case.
And how are we gonna we don't want to kill him this time. How do we dispose of him without just destroying him?
We grapple him, we pin him down, we shackle him up just like last time, except now we don't have the town guard and the priest of Kalimvor breathing down our necks, hopefully.
Well, Mark said the guard wouldn't go into the building, but well, we'll see if they're there outside.
It's also pretty likely this isn't him. For one thing, he's been hanging out the City of the Dead where there's no one really about in a crypt, usually.
Yeah, but we found him there. He might try and find a new place.
I don't think he'd go inner city.
Hey, besides, if he had gone down there, I'm pretty certain he would also probably have taken care of the inhabitant of the house.
If this
Maybe
is
he likes
Saloon,
cats?
no, he does not. If this was Saloon, the woman would be dead.
Aye.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
So instead, it might just be a ferocious beastie or some misunderstood critter, so we'll get to find out.
It's a really big rat.
Could be. It'd be nice if it were very adorable at times.
Not if you're a normal-sized cat,
Just
it's
in
not.
case, I'm going to pick up a couple of heavy burlap sacks that we could shove things in. Or blind people with, whatever.
Alrighty.
However,
Might
if it
be
is
useful
large,
for
I'd
removing-
say that's the perfect beginner, the critters for a young adventurous.
But, like I said, you'll just be observing for a wee bit until we know what it is. Maybe we'll be able to send you in.
Yeah, but this is a good chance to teach Squidly the #1 bard skill. Just making shit up after you see it.
No, that's
No.
not how this works.
That's not how it works, no. You have to tell
No,
a
but
good tale with slight exaggerations now and again to keep the crowd going. But you keep the
You
core of
remember-
it through.
Yeah,
Hey.
Squidly, your homework that isn't actually homework, it's field work, is just paying attention and not talking too much.
You know what? Actually, come to think of it, Lou. Why don't you also try that wee assignment? We'll compare results, shall we?
Why? What if I have a good idea?
Well, you
Lou.
can share it later, but for now, don't you experience a little bit like Squidly, you know? Have a wee think. Maybe less words, you know.
I'll give it a shot.
Take some
Hope we don't
time to
cast any
let
spells, but
take some time to let a
Lou.
thought in your head develop before it just comes out of your mouth.
You have a very heavy hand on your shoulder, Lou. Your boss does not look happy right
I'm trying to teach the kid how to be a bard. I think that's legit.
now. Lou, why don't you learn how to be a bard first?
College. I want to college.
Ouch.
Maybe they want to set my re-enrollment. I think they will.
When you stop almost getting yourself killed every night, then you can educate the board.
Oh, I mean, that's not Bard exclusive, that's just the life of an adventurer usually. But yes, less risk. More working together, eh?
There we go.
Well,
70
as
years.
always, keep an eye on him.
70 years later, and now Jalaxel decides to be a dad.
Just realize he has to be
Maybe
one
he's
or he will
looked at this.
literally die. I have maybe months
Maybe
of
he's
time to
realised
make
he
up for
can't
this.
ignore it.
Right.
Come back around later. Just please do handle that, I suppose.
Hopefully you'll have a nice wee story.
Should I read this now or take it with me?
What was it to read?
As he holds up the emblem.
Yeah.
That's my confusion.
I gotta read this picture. What kind of drow script is this?
Lou, I'm legitimate. What are you trying to read?
Well, you know, he just handed me a piece of paper or an envelope.
No, he didn't. No, an emblem.
Oh, at least an envelope.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. That's
I was about to say, it sounded like, I think I understood what the confusion were.
Yep.
Okay, no, it was an emblem.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. Can't really read this, huh? I guess I'll read it later.
I mean, you can always ask what the fuck.
Yeah. Instead of
No.
actually, I'll ask her to read this. It's to ask, what the fuck is this?
No, remember he already told you about that. It was basically you show that to the sailor and you'll get ported through so you can actually talk to him.
It's your VIP pass.
Also could have worked as a letter, so yeah. I'll just, I guess, is it like a pin I can tack onto my like shirt or my belt?
Don't wear it open.
I'll
Keep it
put it
hidden,
on the
but-
inside of my shirt.
There you go. Somewhere easy to access that you can show when you need to.
I've always wanted a tongue piercing.
No.
It would slow down his words. It's not a bad idea.
Lou.
I'm just
Maybe
entertaining
can't
some
speak
pleasant
for
thoughts
20
of
please.
quiet.
The thing is, he'd have to open his mouth every time he wanted to show it.
Oh god, this is right.
Can you and Uzana escort the children out of here for a moment?
I don't know. We'd have to take Lee with us, I think, at this point. All right,
No.
let's go stretch our legs, kids, and have a talk about preparing spells for the day.
I'm going to throttle him.
Don't do that. I have to fix that neck if it gets damaged.
Don't make a miss of the bar either.
Won't ruin
Meanwhile,
any
Danix and
alcohol.
Bjorn is just sitting awkward and listening to this.
They're just waiting. It's like Bjorn is sipping his beer a little quieter so he can hear every word. And
They
Gaddix is
just
just
want to
really
hear.
fucking polishing the barrel of his gun.
Figure
I'm
it
not
out,
even
explain the
here.
mechanism.
Danix just looks like someone with issues that's just polishing their M1911 over the corner.
Got a blindfold on, disassembling, reassembling. It keeps looking different each time. It's a bit worrying.
Uzana does walk by. Jarlaxle does actually flag her down. Oh, Uzana, this does
Yes?
remind me. Potentially, I'll be sending Kribig down to assist with my very wonderful associate here.
All right.
Would you mind potentially assisting him maybe once or twice?
Oh, I'd be happy to help.
Thank you. I would appreciate it. If he needs your assistance, he'll let you know.
All right.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Lou, you cannot be doing this. You
Well, it was
have...
one really big fuck up.
No, you've continued the fuck ups. Every word out of your mouth today has been a fuck up.
I really
If
want
you
to
are
say
not careful, if you are not careful, I am going to be throwing you into the harbor and you're going to have to swim your way back. I do not want to hear of this nonsense again. Do you understand me?
something. Okay, so I should probably listen to the plan from now on, is what you're saying.
Yes. As a matter of fact, I would say that's a good idea. I have given you a very wonderful resource in Felric. Listen to him. Listen
Yeah,
to
okay.
your associates.
I'm sorry, I just wanted to have my own good plan, you know? I want to be good.
Here's what you do. If you have an idea, voice the idea. You know what? Here is a good idea. If Felric is there, ask Felric for his opinion. If Elrect is not there, ask Hart or Uzana. Both of them are very intelligent individuals. I trust their opinions. Please do run your plan by them, and then it might be put in place.
A little bit of shade thrown on all the rest of the party members not named.
Moving over to Gaddix. You don't fucking believe the nerve of this guy.
They're still in the room.
Yes.
Bjorn, I'm not throwing shade on you, Gaddix.
I know, lad.
Gaddix. He just trails off at that, but then he turns back to Lou.
He did make Cargo, apparently. It's kind of cool.
Gaddix now practices loading his rifle.
As a matter of fact, right now he is actually making that gesture at me.
We haven't heard a word from you, Vobrader.
He has not said a word.
Okay.
He's just made the gesture at me. Just do this for me. This is your assignment. Do you understand me?
Yeah. Do you think it's a good idea for me to go back to Bard College and actually figure out the whole Bard thing, too?
He's giving you that stare, and he just says, Lou, I do not think any amount of college will be assisting you. Work on actually thinking before you speak.
Hey. Also, before I act, that's probably more important at this point, right?
Both of them, yes. Think before you do anything. If you're going to go to the restroom, think before you go to the restroom.
Don't just leave it up
If
to
you're going to
chance. Just go into the bathroom and just decide what it's going to be.
If you are going to eat, think before you eat.
Oh, he does.
Oh, that one's tough.
Think before you go to bed. Think about whatever you were going to do and think if it's a good idea. All right?
Okay. It seems simple enough. It seems simple enough. If I think about it, it's probably not.
You see Felrex's head hits the bar. And Jorlax will just... Oh, no. And he just leaves.
He didn't think that when he got this group, that the drow would be the one he'd be least pleased to meet each day.
What's worse is, every so often he does very well, like at the beginning of that saloon chase.
Yeah, and technically they pulled off the Wazoo situation perfectly, because no one knows the exact details.
And yet, then that happens, and then Lou repeatedly does it. Poor Felrex is just, his head's on the bar right now.
Okay, Felrex. I think I'm about 40% of the way to not dying every day. We got a ways to go.
I'll be back in a sec.
Lou, I'll be
30%.
here. Go with Harton and Uzana and Gaddix and Bjorn and Boric and Nadrax. And go deal with your emergency, alright?
Yeah.
Let me know how it goes.
Yeah.
And you're not allowed to die, I forbid it.
I won't even get stabbed once.
Don't
Probably
make
'cause monsters
promises you
don't use-
can't keep.
Hmm?
Don't make promises you can't keep.
Well, yeah, but I can't get stabbed because I don't think monsters use stabby things.
Well, they might. You don't know what kind of monster it is.
Well, if it's going to be a stabby monster, I'm not going to get stabbed by it. How about that?
You can get stabbed by teeth.
Just go. Go. Go.
Apparently, I've classified that as a bite, not really necessarily.
Go. Lou! Now. Shut. Go. Bjorn.
Mark has just worked out what Lou's last name is. It would happen to be lunatic. It's obviously adopted by a family in the lunatic asylum. This explains so much.
Felrex, do take care of yourself while we're going out to deal with this problem, okay?
I'll try very hard.
Don't forget, he's also after you.
I'm not so worried about that at this stage. But thank you.
Alright, well. Hopefully shouldn't take all day, sir.
Oh shit, I forgot to give Jarlax the paper. Oh,
Well,
he's
looks
rubbing
like
off
you
on
have.
me.
Well, looks like you got a better run ahead of you then.
He'll be back. Let's go on.
Alright, come on, Garrix.
You can't actually shoot Darlax, so I know you want to.
Come on.
I can't tell if he came through there or not.
Yeah, I should come. I unmute myself.
And yes, you all go across. And you meet up at Felzoon's Folly. And inside the tavern, you see a woman. She is at the bar. She is sobbing into her drink. She is quite distressed.
She's making the drink way too salty. She's ruining it.
She's worried about our cat.
She has not even noticed you all enter.
Yeah. Hello? Madam?
She kind of looks up. Oh, I'm sorry. Hello?
Hey!
Hello.
We're part of the group who's here to help with a little infestation in your house.
You're here to save my Felipa?
I think so.
I thought we did that. His name was Floon.
No.
My kitty! My little kitty! I was outside my shop, and when I was outside my shop, this little monstrous orb of many eyes, chased her into the shop. And I'm trying to go around and get in there, and she's up there. And I couldn't find it, and it was I couldn't do anything about it. I had to lock it in there. And I've been trying to get everybody to go in there and do something about it, but the guards don't believe a word.
A monstrous thing with many eyes. Any further description?
A new pet.
It's a little, and she kind of gives a little bit of a gesture on the sides. It's small, it had a big eye, and then a lot of little eyes.
Alright, so it's not that thing that was
Sounds
stuffed
harmless.
outside the pawn shop, got you?
Oh, what, down in the docks, that one
Right.
weird shop?
Aye, the beholder.
Kind of, but smaller?
Smaller is good.
Harmless.
No.
It wants my little Felipa.
All right.
But
Where is it
Felipa.
exactly?
It's in my shop.
Can you lead us there?
Oh, sir, well, it's not that hard. You can just pop on down the street. It's down a little bit farther down Storm Street. It's the 3-story bookshop.
Alright, we'll do this simply and efficiently. Don't worry, man, we'll take care of it. What's your little Felipe? Cat, dog?
Kitty. My little kitty.
Right, so cat, got you.
I'll take you on down. Just here. And she gets out, and she's a little wobbly, but yeah, she does start down the street. Here, and she hands you a key ring. One's for the front door, one's for the back door.
Right, this one here, right?
Aye.
The window's
let's
locked?
go. Yes.
Alright, we'll go in the front. Simple enough. Let's see. We'll divvy it up a wee bit. Bjorn and Horik, you be the first in the door. Nadrax, you're next.
All right.
Guys, you keep an eye out. And you go in as well. We'll take up the rear for the obvious reason. We've got our escort.
I won't go in. I'll wait outside. I can't stand to think of it starting. And she just starts bawling.
It's alright, it's alright. See, hang on a second now here. Are your windows locked? Did they open it up?
Yes.
Aye. Alright, never mind then. We'll have to go through the inside.
Do we want to split up front and back doors, send half front, half back?
No,
Picture
it's a
attack if we
terrible
can.
idea to split up like that there.
Oh, we'll all be in the same building. How big is this building?
Besides, it's better if we have at least a locked door to keep it in. At the moment, its only way out is to smash a window, which we'll hear, or come through this open door.
Yeah, just here. And she shows you the building, and it is a 3-story building. My apartment's up top. I have some storage and offices up in the middle. And then I have my regular shop down on the bottom.
Alrighty.
And they are all connected inside.
Yes, by the staircase.
I wish our fucking house was.
We
And
need just one
somewhere in
ladder.
there is that thing. You have no idea if it's up top or down below.
Well, it's been
No,
moving
it
about.
went in.
Alright.
Any idea how it got in? Or where it appeared from?
Yes. Well, that's how I know she was. It's chasing my little cat. It was out on the street. I opened the door, and then my cat came racing into the shop, and it was after her.
Alright, we'll do what we can for your cat, don't you worry.
Thank you.
We could probably do with a cat. Nah, not this one. This one's one. Right. So, front door, we'll do it like I said. We'll spread out a little bit once we get inside, but we're keeping an eye out, so perk your ears for any noises. And
Do we want
since
to try to catch it or just kill it on sight?
we'll try to catch it first. Depends on how violent it is. It might not have a choice.
Right. Horror got a bunch of bags, right?
Yep, just in case. We can either use them as go over the head, or at least we'll be able to take away the body without exposing anybody to bloody remains.
Well, in this case, all Scott his head, I think.
I suppose there are enough bags so everyone can get one?
Of course, I was going to do multiple layers over a head of an undead drow if we ran into it.
Yeah.
Not that that's going to happen.
Right, anyway. Bjorn, pop the lock. That's this key
Right.
here.
Alright, unlocking the door. Click.
And now we play pretend. It's comedy time, folks. Beautiful.
Give me yourself.
Oh no!
Lou, if only you were competent.
Yeah,
It's the boots. It's Saloon's boots. They're
Oh.
cursed.
Matrix
Did,
looks at
give
this
me
and
a
doesn't even
reception.
try.
Lou, don't you get advantage for that?
Not during daylight.
Oh, yeah.
And that door inside, which is, I mean, getting inside is going to make no. I think I'm going to trip over the door sill.
Yeah, Nadrex looks at this and doesn't even try. It's pointless.
Like
I'm
Bjorn is
so glad nobody saw that.
is for once really is really in like really focused on this, and then the rest of the fucking group just shuffles and
To be fair,
You see,
Harton is holding Squidly back.
the kids are kind of like lining up. They're really excited. And Bjorn, when you enter in, it's kind of clear why everybody's making noise as they enter. The entire shop floor seems to have been absolutely ransacked. Everything's knocked everywhere.
well, I did hope your insurance is in order. You're gonna need it.
And you can hear on the top floor, meow, meow.
Right.
Alright, well, that's a priority target.
I move with a wee bit more haste, because we'll at least save the cat quickly.
Here,
We can locate the target afterwards.
We may have to put the cat in a sack. Let's be aware.
here, kitty.
Put the
Here.
cat into the bag.
So we all slink in.
Yeah.
It sounds as if the cat's on some sort of an upper floor. Probably the
Alright.
third floor, if you had to guess.
Let's get up there then.
Okay. Everybody, organize yourself in a nice, neat, orderly fashion.
One
What if I
scorching
don't
ray
want
and we
to?
lose all our children, P.O.
Why does it keep
Well, I mean, I guess we're back.
What's the
Depending, we're
problem
going north to
logging
south.
me out?
Okay, let's yeah, imagine like up here is you're going to be your target. So 2 abreast around like 4 hours. So you'll show them behind you.
Okay. So
I
basically,
assume Bjorn
like
probably
Versailles.
first.
Yeah, Bjorn and Horik.
So give me effectively a 2 abreast single,
Jesus
Not
Christ,
single file.
guys! North from for fuck's sake.
What?
There you
Right.
go.
One
Getting
line
cheated.
from here, one line here. Jesus Christ.
There we go, Blue.
Bjorn forward.
I'm riding the dog.
Jesus Christ. Right. Dog back. Back dog. There we go.
There you go.
You can tell if a lot of you are not British. You do not know how to fucking queue up.
Okay, that's
That hurt.
Yeah, we don't do fire drills. We do active shooter drills. Thank you very much.
God.
Now I'm just
Right.
imagining what we're coming up against actually knows Fireball.
So everybody, you go on up the staircase.
Let's
You're
complicate
climbing on
things
up.
more by putting the front 6 forward a little bit. Like Hard News Anna bringing up the rear quite a bit. Just to keep the kids safe.
Mm-hmm.
And yep, you do come around the corner. You start up the stairs. Let me get on the correct layer. So yeah, you all would probably pivot if I had to guess.
Mm-hmm.
Go up. Great. You get on up to the stairs and you see what has been hunting this poor cat. And Bjorn, it turns and makes a meowing sound at you.
Uh-oh. Hey,
You
one of the
see-
wee shites from the sewers.
Everybody,
oh no. I know what she's gonna say next.
give me an initiative.
Yeah, didn't even need to switch.
This might be a polymorph or some sort of disguise. If all it's doing is mewing.
How big is this creature?
Oh, there we go.
Like
now.
a football.
Small.
Or actually way smaller, come to think of it. I do have a wee gazer mini.
Yeah.
Think like a grapefruit.
Bag him and grab him?
Might as
Yeah.
well.
It then cackles at you.
Okay.
Alright. I mean, a cat would still do that. If it could.
Alright, do I have everybody on the track?
If a,
No.
if a cat had the right vocal cords, it would definitely laugh
It's
in someone's
stopping my
face
workspace.
maliciously.
It's what?
Stopping my workspace.
You think Cargo's taller than Lou if he stands on his hind legs?
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh. Close out of the app and restart it. Hold on, I'm gonna roll a Gaddix for you because Gaddix has been for some strange reason he's not there. The thing has decided to have it done. And now I can sort it. Top of the round, Nadrax.
Into the bag it goes. What do I need to roll to put the bag over it?
You grapple.
You could treat it like a net if you want. Which would be an annoying disadvantage attack on it.
It doesn't work. You could borrow laptop.
You broke up a wee bit there, what are you saying?
It does not. Yeah, it gets caught in the bag.
Alright. I hold it up. Do you want to hit it? Or put another bag over it? As I hold the bag towards the others. And
Can you like talk to it? I don't know.
I didn't even talk to one of
Well,
those.
it's sneered at us. Maybe it's intelligent.
It looked like it had fur in its mouth.
Oh, my turn now.
If
I
you
did say I was going to end my turn.
if you shake the bag, do you hear the jingle of an internalized cat bell?
I double bag it just because a second layer of bag is probably not going to hurt at this point.
Well, look on the bright side. With the lack of being adventurers, they'll be fine grocery shoppers.
You.
Hello in there.
It definitely starts gnawing at the bag and makes screeching sounds from inside.
What, no burning laser to go right through the bags?
They do not have that.
I have that. I wish.
No one was
You guys shoot
asking.
the bag.
Alright.
Just go
So,
polish
do
your
we have
gun.
to smash the bag onto the floor until it stops moving.
Yeah, do we really need to be an initiative? Y'all put it in a bag.
This thing
Yeah.
has like 6 HP, yeah.
Yeah. 13. We're just gonna clear your initiative. Yeah. Are you all up for smashing this little thing?
I mean, we
Does
don't
a
have
20
to
hit?
kill it. We don't
20
have to
definitely
kill it
hits
at
it.
the moment.
I'd like to know what I was doing here.
I stab the cat.
Why do you stab the cat?
I don't stab the cat.
Roll your damage.
Exactly.
No, I'm not stabbing the cat.
You're not stabbing the cat, you're stabbing the gazer.
Right.
I don't know. I think it has full cover inside that bag.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I know where to hit. All right, let's just be a bit non-lethal
Do you
here.
think we could
give
put
it
a leash on it?
Just give it a wee, just to keep it quiet for a wee bit.
One
We're
for every
not-
eye stock.
We're not gonna take it home and make it a pet.
No, we're not going to do that. But we are going to look through the house for a pet, and I don't want this thing making noises while we're doing that.
True.
No, don't worry.
Are you going to steal the old lady's cat?
No,
No.
We're,
I
here
We'll
to,
make sure the cat is all right.
we're here to
I
save
mean,
it.
we could put a little collar around each of its eye stalks. For
The
lots
cat's
of
not that
reasons.
big. We can.
Tell you
we
what,
save
you
Chicago,
lot,
you
you
bad.
lot work away at that. We'll go look
Wait.
for the cat kids. Come on.
Here, wait, everyone take the little meat snacks to give us a treat if you find it, guys, here. And I'll just pass out little pieces of meat to all the kids.
Now be careful, of course. The cat will probably be quite distressed. Might not want to jump for you immediately.
That's why I got the snacks.
I feel like this morning's conversation just left everyone's head.
Not surprising. There's nothing between the ears of these lot.
Alright, let's drag this thing downstairs at the very least.
Yeah. Have any of you actually seen such a thing before?
Hey, we
Yeah,
saw
you
all
one down in
have,
the
actually.
sewers.
The real Lou did
Yeah.
see one.
Nadrex wasn't there. He hasn't seen one before, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have not. Everybody
Yeah,
else
you-
has not.
Hey,
All
saw
right.
them down in the sewers at one point.
Well, that was a
What
wee
do
bit.
these little shits do?
Mostly just trying to bite you.
Actually,
Walking
Nadrox, I
around
think
being a nuisance.
you've seen a gazer. You would have seen them down in Skullport.
All right.
I mean, the one we saw was
What do
also
they
part of the
do?
Xanathar Guild, so you might have seen them professionally too.
Down in Skullport related to that, yeah.
All right. Why would someone keep those? What do they do? What are they useful for?
Mostly for, being an annoying menace, being, somewhat antagonistic.
Shitty sentry duty.
Yeah.
Like
Basically,
a floating
watchdog.
floating watchdog.
Yeah, Xanathar definitely makes use of them.
Well, admittedly, I said this might be an entry level. I didn't think it would be that remedial, so bit disappointing on that. So, but we'll probably get a wee adventure for you lot soon enough. But for now, we go find a
It
kitty.
looks nasty.
Hey, it's a wee. We didn't give the other one much time when we saw it, but it definitely didn't look like anything you could hand feed. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Squidly gets down on his hand. Here, kitty. Ooh, kitty!
Oh, you found it?
Yeah, down here.
Does it
Felipe?
look all right?
She does. She's just glaring at me. I don't think she wants to be pet.
Aye, well, like I
No,
said, she's
she's-
going to be a bit wound up.
Yeah, she's likely very, very scared.
But on the bright side, we know where she is. So, I need a brave tyke among yous. Let's see here. Well, it's a tough choice, isn't it, Uzi? You gotta always pick. Who's fast on their feet? Well, all three of them. They're scamps after all.
Nat holds up her hand.
Now, on this one, I'm going to give Jinx the forward bit here because he's got that nice friendly face to him. Jinx, it's been resolved, so you can go downstairs and say to the old lady, it's safe to come on in, and her cat is up here. We'll just keep an eye on it, make sure it doesn't scarp her off.
Okay, I can do that.
Good lad.
And he goes running downstairs quite quickly.
Next time, Nat, don't you worry. But I'll need to give the boyfriend a shine.
She nods. And I found him, so I already did the shine.
Exactly, you've done your job well.
Cat didn't even have a token. I'm disappointed.
Meanwhile, Jinx running past the group, doing whatever they want to that thing in a sack.
I'm
Playing
actually wondering
tetherball.
whether the Xanathar Guild might have lost one of their gazers, and that's why we were asked to find it.
And we can sell this thing.
The dead body.
No, it's not dead.
Oh, it's still alive.
No, Harden just treated it like a speed bag and knocked it out.
Well, I do know somebody who'd be interested at least. He's mad at me, but he's my employer. You don't know what to do with it.
Boss, look what I got you. Ah, it's ugly. Shoots it.
You're not my real son.
Why would I want this horrible thing?
Bang!
Yeah, it does not take long. Uza is up there in a flash. Where's my Philippa?
Right here, right here.
She gets on down on her hands and sweetheart! And the cat does come out and crawls up into her arms.
Aww.
You're such an
Yeah,
easy
it's
touch for that sort of thing. Anything cat related and positive?
Thank you for saving my little girl. And she's giving the cat a scratch behind the ears.
Glad
We're
we got
happy.
Glad we all got here in time.
He was meowing at the cat, which is stupid. Cats don't meow at cats.
We're just lucky that Bird took this job seriously enough to tell us about it.
I'm very grateful. I think I know. I can't let you all leave here empty-handed. Hold on. Let's go down into the main floor of the shop. I think I have something that'll work quite well.
Well, I mean,
We
five of
already
them
got our
have a
new
new
favorite toy.
Yeah, and five of them have a new toy to play with, I suppose.
I love being cruel and unusual.
The moment the responsible ones are
yeah.
gone, that's what happens.
I'm thinking we could probably actually sell it to somebody and make at least another couple of silver out of this whole deal.
To be fair, that's what Lou was thinking of as well. But
bet
he's
you
in the
Girl Axel will
shitter, so
buy
he
it.
can't really say for sale. He can just say for you.
Please love me.
Have a new pet.
You have no reason to think he should love you. You're his employee as far as you're concerned, Lou.
Oh no, things are about to get more fucked up. He's going to be calling him daddy before he finds out he's dad.
Oh no.
Drow are weird.
Yes.
Lou somehow the weirdest, even though he's not really a drow.
Let's wait until Jilaxel introduce him. Alright, now that you are my spawn, you must also follow the custom of the hereditary hairstyle.
Oh
It's
no.
a Gaming Blade Kid.
Here's your complimentary hat.
Just brings up a
He
vibrating
already
knife.
gave him a complimentary hat.
Yeah,
You forgot. He has a Jarlaxle hat.
But,
yeah, I guess I did.
but one of the Brigand the Earth Boys approaching with just a vibrating knife. Gotta get the full shear.
Cutting bread.
Can't you at least leave a little speed line on it?
Or like the Avatar, the
No.
cool little arrow on front.
That would be based on the house. It's not
I need
the.
a haircut. Thanks for giving me ideas, guys.
But yeah, she does bring you down onto the main floor. She's kind of, oh dear. I think it's probably still okay. And then sure enough, she fiddles with another key ring. Manages to go into a lockbox. Ah, here we are. Yes, here. She pulls out a spell book.
Ooh.
Let me see. Ah. Ma'am, this is something I believe you could use, yes?
Who's he
Well,
We can
one of
you-
us can use it.
What's
Yeah,
it
look at
say,
his-
ma'am?
Yeah, she's looking to Uzana.
Thank you.
She hands it over. It is a spell book. with,
wonderful.
and let me see the exact spell. It has 4 level 1 spells in it and 2 level 3 spells in it.
Oh, very nice.
It has Chromatic Orb, Alarm, Find Familiar, Floating Disc. And then for the second levels, it has Knock, Magic Mouth, and Alter Self.
Right, let me go write those down.
You've already got magic. No, never mind.
Martin, the kids are here.
That's why I was
Namely
catching
me.
myself on that.
Could you PM me them?
Yeah.
Thank you.
If you want a wee bit of a hand fixing the place up, I've not got a whole lot to do in this early day.
No, it's all right. We'll be good.
I could do a bit of a heavy lifting for you. Get some sorted out.
No, really, I just want a little bit of time. It's been a stressful day.
I don't think the little shit could have moved all 2 heavy things around.
Yeah, it's mostly just everything's thrown all over the place.
Yeah. The light things.
What are the chances we crack this thing open and it ate some of this shit?
I think it was
Low.
looking to eat cat. And was quite focused on that.
Sure, there was some other fuzzy stuff in here. Yeah, we'll let the other guy sort it out once we sell it for nothing, probably.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright, well, since we're out here, anyways, how do you say Horik will take this one out for a spin? As I hold up the locator.
Well, we might as well come with you this time.
Oh, can we help look for the thing?
Aye. Yep, you can.
All right.
To make up for how low key that one was. Because, I mean, obviously what I could do with is more time walking through this massive fucking city street.
You know,
I
we should
love
just, like,
this sort of thing.
What if we hire some servants and put you on a little palanquin? How about that?
I'm just griping. I'm fine with it.
Well, I like the idea. Let's get me some servants.
No, you definitely need to do this.
Well, kids, if you know of some good hiding places around this town, why don't you
And yet
stick it up there?
Somebody didn't want a heavy breakfast. They obviously needed exercise.
Most of the ones we know are in the dock wards and the southern wards.
We know it's not one of those. We told you about this, right? One of them made one of his own.
So should we go street by street, or are we just gonna wander?
Nah, we should be a little bit organized. What have you lot been doing, incidentally? I did leave you to your own devices, which is usually a bad result.
Well, we took it off in a block by block.
Right.
Trying to cover as much as possible.
They effectively covered this area quite well.
Yeah. And they also did the entirety of the field ward.
Yeah.
Have we interviewed anybody if they've seen anything? I don't know. That's the kind of thing we could actually. I don't know.
We could ask around for that there, but I mean, it's a sneaky thing. I bet we do the castle ward. That's got some nice even streets.
Okay.
There's a great grape shop up there too.
Just grapes. That's all it sells.
Well, you get crepes with other shit inside of them.
Oh, crepes. Aye.
I'm sure they have grapes.
I misheard you. I was thinking there's this opportunistic guy just selling grapes right beside a winery. It's like, get mine, it's fresher.
Do it yourself, kids.
So you do a lovely, easy trek through the castle ward. Very easy.
Nice even streets. It's all level. It's fine.
And you don't find anything. But you can knock the castle ward off your list.
Better now.
So you do all get back to your manor. The servants are back. And they're currently
employees, not servants.
I know, I'm giving you a hard time.
We're barely paying them. They just get room and board without the room.
But they do get bored. We don't give them anything else to do. Just work, damn it.
If there's time to lean, there's time to clean.
I hate that. Do not say that again.
You just
When
gave
I
him
was a fucking delivery
PTSD.
driver, they told me that. Like when I'm supposed to be in my car.
You've triggered some PTSD.
Raider was a professional custodian for quite a while.
No, no.
That's not just that, but that's just retail in general. Like, I hate
Yeah,
this so much.
it's such bullshit.
What?
Hmm?
What's
But
saying?
If
if there's time to lean, there's time to clean.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never have I more wanted to kill someone.
No, I just
Well.
told them fuck that and went. I don't have time to leave. I've already left.
But yeah. So when you all get back, you do find the kitchen staff are at work. They kind of give a cheery wave. Oh, hello. Good to see you all. You
Hey, good day.
gonna be around today, or just back to wherever you were doing something in the City of the Dead?
How do our employees know what we're doing with our free time?
Because you probably told them in passing. You're
Oh,
a bit
shit.
free of your words.
I don't know anything about these people.
We were wondering where you were going. It was kind of important to know if you'd be here tonight.
Well, we won't be here tonight.
Right.
Back in the graveyard?
Last night of a shift, so hopefully we do find whatever necromantic issue there is going on.
Or at least somebody else does, and we can stop going there.
I hadn't seen that
What?
thing in action. That fucking Nimblewright detector thing is ridiculous.
Oh? How does it work?
If it detects a nimble right, it
Well, we don't
well,
know
makes
yet.
it apparent it's detected it.
But it's got so many spinning widget bits and all on it. If I
That's
hadn't
got a
known,
bit
I would have
gut.
said definitely gnome construction.
Well, maybe the Nibblewright himself was made by a gnome.
Very likely.
Hey, who wants to show Felric our new toy?
Felton.
These employees aren't real people.
Do you see
Is
that
it-
in front of Felric?
No,
No.
no.
Is it still knocked out? Does it
Yeah.
move?
Yeah, we
Oh
still
no,
have it in
the
a bag.
gazer's in the bag.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
now moving around and making very angry sounds.
Go
The
upstairs.
dog is
Upstairs.
growling.
Let's kick it for good measure to knock it out again.
There you go. Just
Right,
don't
we
need
sh-
to be unreasonably cruel.
As he punts a bag, something in it that can't even see him.
Actually,
Has
The
no
that's,
idea
dog is
what's going
growling
on.
at the bag, and Felric just goes, "What do you have?"
actually, that's a fair point we could ask you about a wee bit. You've mined that knowledge. We'll take this
Yeah.
up into the common room, though.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
All right.
I don't like how many questions the barmaid was asking. I don't know. It's privacy or something.
Once we're up
She
there, I
works
pull
for
out
you,
the gazer
Lou.
out by a couple of its eye stalks.
Why do you have that?
Found it.
Well, apparently
Alright,
it was
just
tearing up.
tell him the real reason. It's very simple. That was the job that Merc came with, a wee monster that was wrecking up the old woman's shop.
Yeah.
Potentially eating her cat. Turned out to be that thing.
Okay, I understand that part. Why do you have it, and why is it not dead?
You might want it. I mean, it's a cool toy, if nothing else. Jarlaxle might want to
We have it.
interrogate it.
No.
We have it because we don't know why it was doing what it was doing.
Well, what was it doing?
On the surface, chasing a cat.
Oh, that
Yeah.
makes sense. It probably
Destroyed
wanted
like
to
a
eat
pawn
it.
shop type thing.
Well, I figured as
Yeah,
much, but
just
why would it be on the
running around
surface?
the
Like,
city.
this was a wee, prim, nice little kitty. This wasn't the type of sewer dweller.
And you'd think
Oh.
you'd find plenty of rats in the sewer to eat.
Oh yeah, but here's the thing: you forget it's a gamer. Their whole thing is they want to cause mischief and have a little bit of fun. Every so often, one or two will pop up, but it's probably one of the Xanathars.
Alright.
So should we just kill it? Drown it? How do we kill it?
We could just put a knife in it. We don't have to fucking drown the thing.
Correct. Just give it a stab and do
Not
whatever
in
you want with
here.
it from there.
Not on the floor. Not on the
Is
carpet.
there no other use for it you can think of? Can we maybe sell it?
I don't know who would want a living one. You're more likely to
sell-
be able to kill it and then stuff it.
Yeah, they wouldn't be interested in the black stuff, Tor. Something to experiment on.
I don't know, theoretically.
Speaking of experiments, Gaddix, didn't you want to know how that thing could fly? This is like that, right?
I suppose.
I
mean, if
think
you want
I
to experiment.
maybe have an idea who would want to buy one.
As he just opens up the Volin chamber.
In out of character, Rena, how likely would it be the guy from the Xanatas pawn shop would like to buy it?
I mean, that's a guess you'd have to. That would be probably a history, maybe, just because thinking pawn shop.
Also, this probably belongs to the Xanathar, so that guy, who knows?
Yeah, he might want it back.
Well, he might want, as far as you know, it's a pawn shop. If it actually belongs to Xanathar, I mean, that could be problematic just because he might wonder why you have it. But, I mean, a dead gazer stuff might be bought, but you're not sure if a living one really gets value. What are you going to do with it?
I mean,
They're nasty little shits.
Yeah, it was running about. Maybe
I mean,
use it as guard somewhere.
I mean, Uzana
Watch
could
dog.
just stare at it with scorn until it became her familiar. A perfect fit.
I probably could.
I don't think it would obey.
Probably not.
I think it might have
It
issues
has
with
to
your
be
rather
willing.
neutral exterior in life.
We just have to beat it enough until it obeys.
You would have to be willing.
but
Gazers
goblins
can be
can.
made. Gazers can be made into familiars, but it would have to be willing.
And Uzana could do so much better.
We're already on a good foot with this thing. We didn't kill it right away. It's probably pretty happy about that.
I'm sure it's delighted at being knocked out a couple of times and put in the bag, yes.
Well,
I think we've just
So-
got to kill the little monster.
do we want to stuff it and use his decoration in the bar?
That'd be kind of
Not very
pathetic,
impressive.
actually. Aye. Suppose it could be used as a drinks holder.
I mean, one for each eye. It could be cool. Like shots.
Well, it's too small for that. Basically, a shot glass would fit in the eye, the main eye.
Yeah, it could be cool.
Rip that out.
Hmm.
Reinforce the
Nah.
interior. You've got to reach inside the gazer to get your drink. Put a hole in its head so we can pour it in.
Or we could just stuff it and sell it, right? That is a possibility.
It's a minor
A
possibility.
taxidermy of the gazer. You mean?
Yes.
Pretty much, yeah.
Admittedly, it's a wee bit of my fault I left them to their own devices.
Maybe the kids could use it as a soccer ball if cut off the eye socket.
Nah, it's a bit grim. I'll just get them a ball.
Mm-hmm.
Besides,
Okay, let's just stab it, I guess.
I think probably tastes nasty. I wouldn't want to put that in Balin's mouth.
No, too much eye.
So as you're dealing with the gazer, you hear a knock on this door.
Sick. It fucking follows
Well,
me. It
Maybe
knows
it's a
where
potential
I am.
buyer. Let's not stab it yet.
Yeah. It knows where I am at all times.
Good day, sir.
Mr. Silverman?
Correct, yes. Jailster Silverbane.
Hey.
Here to speak with Lou for a moment. Official business.
Ah, what the fuck did I do now?
It's almost like the quest complete came up on the screen and a new one can be slotted in.
Mm-hmm.
Except there's a lot of quest incomplete still floating around here.
Not really.
Oh, hello everyone.
Good.
Lou, I did have something that has come up that's been assigned to you.
Oh boy.
Good any privacy, there's the den right up there.
Oh no, it's not a secret issue really. We just heard some. As a matter of fact, if you all want to assist, you're free to do so.
We'll probably will.
Someone expected that.
Well,
Let me guess, you've lost a gazer that's really important and you need it back alive in a hurry.
no. Why would we want to
Oh,
gain
good.
that?
That would have just been too convenient. Nothing's ever easy.
No, we just killed it.
Good. If you find another one, please do the same. Anyways,
All right.
there was an evil adventurer that used to be in this city, Harko Swornsfold. He was
Harko.
exiled about Harko
Arco.
Swornhold.
And his
Arco.
companion, Polar.
Huh.
Arco, Polo.
He was exiled 3 years ago for attempting to bribe a city magistrate. And
That's illegal?
Yes?
Shit.
If you don't pay enough, aye.
Felrex is about ready to fall. Just you can tell he's not having it. Jealouser assumes this is a joke.
It
which
is, aye.
and he just
Yeah.
point is he's returned to Waterdeep illegally as far as we know. We think the Xanathar Guild is using him to incite violence. He was last seen recruiting Kenko and the Dock Ward. We're hoping that you can find him rather quickly and quietly and put him to the sword for us.
Oh, you don't want him alive or anything?
No.
Would that
We-
help?
He must have been a nasty fella.
No, he needs to be removed from the equation. With the current issues going on now, we cannot afford to be having more Xanathar and Zentarum nonsense going through the streets.
Yeah, I suppose. Has he got the identifying marks or anything like that there? He's not got
Can
a
you give your-
signature weapon that's particularly dangerous or anything?
No, he's competent. He is very competent, but that's about it.
Oh, that's a danger to several of our mates here. That's a joke as well.
I figured so.
And then a quick little side-eye Lou, mostly under the breath.
Well, unless that's it, I'll be heading on my way, I suppose.
Aye, fair enough.
Thank you very much.
And thank you.
Don't suppose there's a reward or anything for us.
No, this is something that's for the
I love
right.
working for free.
for the good of the city.
That's what I said.
And away he goes.
So does Jarlax want this guy alive?
If he's a Xanathar, probably not.
I mean, to,
No.
interrogate.
No, we have much better bits of information from Xanathar. Although I do appreciate the question.
I think we did come across him.
But I'm an unpaid killer, yay.
Which better bit of information did you come across?
Well, whenever we were delving down into the troll holding cells, we did spot a drive in there. And not the typecast or anything like that by suggesting you know each other, but he didn't seem to know what to do until Jarlaxle yelled out that he's going to cast a particular spell, and then he did cast that particular spell afterwards.
That would be Gnarl. I did hear about that, yes.
Aye. Inside man, aye?
Yeah, that would be, Saloon's brother.
Aye. Well, luckily we didn't seem to give anything away.
Oh, yeah, he's still operating as far as I know. He's not reporting to me. Yes, he's reporting to Krivik now that Saloon's dead.
Alright.
Isn't a little mad about that?
Oh, why would he?
The way we tortured him before we killed his brother.
I think it's gonna come up in Kribik's lessons that Drow might not be as familiarly tight as some of our races.
They could have had fun murdering elves together. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, hope
no.
not.
Let me specify this one. Saloon did not like Gnarl. He considered him a weakling because he relied on magic while Saloon did not.
What the fuck is Saloon doing now but relying on magic?
Well, he's
Right.
also a fucking psycho. I don't think
yeah.
he cares much apart from getting his revenge.
I think right now he's thriving on pure hatred alone,
Aye.
and everything else is just secondary.
Now we follow up with a Lordian question though. Is Gnarl a bit like Saloon in personality? well, on the vein of being like a traditionalist, holds a bit of Underdark values and such. Or is he a more enlightened type like yourself and Kribbig?
No. He is more Saloon's vein, but not nearly as much. The primary thing driving Gnarl is Gnarl's continued well-being. He doesn't much care as long as what he needs happens.
Alright.
And Nadrax, you are very well acquainted, at least with Gnarl's reputation.
All right.
You know of the drow that had been put in with the Xanathar. And you know, he does have a reputation. He's not necessarily a nice man. And has absolutely no problem using his spells to get what he wants in a very painful fashion.
Is Felric basically downplaying how much of an asshole he is?
Well, you don't know, because you have to consider this is from Felric's point of view.
Yeah.
And if he is a Bragendareth guy in the middle of the Xanathar Guild, I mean, theoretically, you don't know how much is going to be in.
Yeah.
The question is, how much of it is an act and how much of it is him? There's nothing that Felric has said that directly contradicts. It's just that, yeah, the Nadrax would know a different story.
Right, see, so... I'm still tempted to bring the kids along in this one. I'm not sure if this man will be such a difficult thing. It's a problem of the targets. It's not monsters and beasts.
And we're all going to have to kill a man. I don't think they should see that at this age.
I mean, they have seen Definite out there as well, but it's a case of I don't get to see more unless it just happens in front of them.
And also from us, we're supposed to be, you know, enlightened.
Well, we are. We're only doing it. We're doing this because he's an evil man.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's, you know, we've been up and about time. It's time for a lot of playtime, a little bit of lessons and study.
We'll just kill him off screen, so to speak.
Well, it's just a case of, you know, we'll take him on something simpler, because there's a bit of a risk here. We don't want a Kenku leaning out with a knife on them.
No. Also, should we start by asking our dragon friend at the dock ward? You've seen this guy?
Hey, might as well if we can get a hold of him.
Yeah, I'll throw some gold in there.
Mind you,
Sure,
he's
pop
not
right up.
allowed into the dock, so it'll be long distance observations if he's made any.
It's a place to start.
Not a bad idea, because yeah, you do have to find out where he is in the dock ward.
Aye. I reckon we could probably find out as well with a few grease palms in the greasy as hell bar we went to last time. Ugh. There was a miasma there. You could sweep your finger across in the bar.
You're getting spoiled with your own bar.
No, I've really drank in much better places on a general rule. Bjorn hasn't. I've often had to drag him into the nicer places because they're a little more expensive. Let's see here. Well, I'll go make the excuses to the kids.
So who is going to investigate the individual?
I think I have to.
You have to.
Okay. Anybody else going?
And because you're going, Harden has to, so you fucking live.
I suppose I'll go with as well.
Bjorn, if you're not coming, I'm taking that sword.
Nah, he's coming. He's got nothing else to do anyway.
Is Gaddix?
Yeah, I'll come. Might as well.
Is Nadrax?
Yes, I said I'd come.
Okay. Lou!
Yeah, we've gone over it. The only one undecided one is Horik.
But yeah. Horik, are you going? Well, you're
I
at
may
it.
as well. Yeah,
Lou,
see if I can.
give me an intelligence investigation.
Ba-da-ba-da.
With advantage because I assume the others are helping you.
Yes.
Desperately.
Yeah.
Keeping his focus, driving his eyes away from all the vendors.
Oh, it's got candy
You-
apples.
The day wears on. You all start realizing eventually you're going to have to head back. But you do realize that you picked up on a couple of leads, mostly of groups of Kenku kind of flocking together, and a certain couple of areas in the seaboard. You haven't really nailed down things yet, but you've gotten a couple more centralized areas that you could probably go investigating when you've got a little bit more time.
Well, got hopes of a bit, I suppose.
You have a feeling this is going to be a lot of legwork running around trying to identify where people have gone.
Oh, you know, this would be a perfect job for the kids, but I don't want to risk them that way.
Hey, let's
their
not have
territory.
Hey, let's not have them go and chase it down. That homicidal people.
Well, not without full support, of course. But no point putting the target on them like that. Alright. Now we have a chance to put our feet up for a wee bit. And then Lisa just looks at the water clock. And then the feet come back up onto the floor. Off we go to the city of the dead.
Before you all get back to the tavern,
Mhm.
you do notice that there are a couple of criers with some broad street on the.
The broadsheets.
Thank you. My mouth is not working.
They're waggling their wazoos all around.
Yeah, one of them is the Wazoo. It has a front page story on apparently there's some scandalous news about some devil worshipping going on in the upper echelons of society.
Oh dear.
Frontlining with mass orgies, apparently.
Oh,
See,
well,
I told
that's
you.
wholesome.
I told you.
Let's
I
have a
wrote
wee
that,
look
you know?
at this here. What's it cost me? A copper?
Cheers, yeah.
Aye.
Meanwhile, the other one is saying, "Oh, you want to read this instead, folks? You want to hear about this absolutely wretched murder that happened in the shop down the way?"
Aye, probably will
Sure.
as well. Let's have a gander. Fuck it.
That's also copper.
Aye, of course it
A
is.
copper. Shit, run.
He hands it over. You'll like that one.
Anyone else got any
Yeah.
reading material?
Maybe pamphlet, something short with pictures.
No, we can use words. It's fine. You need the
The
fucking
mine's
brush
got
up.
comics in it. You'll like that one better. See, you get a murder and you get a comic.
Oh yes, my favorite things.
Get a murder in a comic.
You're welcome.
Sometimes the comic is also about murder.
Any coupons for a good vendor anywhere near here?
Nah. Just
You guys need to do
ads.
coupons. You should hire me.
No, we're making plenty, thanks. Gotta move on.
Not if
Need
I
to
have
sell
anything to say
more.
about it. What's this newspaper called?
Don't
I'm taking down
antagonize the
names.
kids. Come on.
I'm going to take this newspaper down from the inside.
Why?
I've just decided I'm going to. What's it called?
That seems really petty.
As the kid
Yes.
looks across at one of his rivals and just goes, "It's the Waterdeep Wazoo."
Yeah, there you go. You're holding a paper that says a completely different name, and he says it's the Wazoo, which is the exact opposite of the one that you're holding.
They breaking that place down from the inside. What the hell?
Hey, shut the fuck up. Let's move on.
I
Come on.
just hate the free press. I don't know what it is.
That's a terrible thing to hate. You're a fucking bard. You're meant to pick up stories and news. It's your fucking job.
Yeah, so they should replace the press with me and just me.
Sick.
I am the news.
If you keep that... Like, here's the thing. I've never struck a child before. But you're practically a grown-ass adult, and I'm gonna flatten the back of your head at some point if you keep spewing that shite.
I mean, legally, I am older than.
It's not legally, it's just literally... Literally,
Have I
you're
mentioned I
older
also
than
make
me,
laws?
and yet somehow that brain is still that.
I love how you're talking through your hand and we can hear the echo.
Eh? It's one very big hand, he's trying to restrain himself.
Hey,
Well,
what did
you're
the free
lucky
press ever do
Jarlaxle
for you?
almost didn't.
Right, Luke, you're not gonna harm the newspapers. Don't say that to people.
I can't be anti-free press?
I mean, you can
No.
personally, but we don't need you expressing that around us, because we quite like the free press, because look, they've got a crossword. Oh, they've got a cryptic crossword, Boozy. Oh, these look
Ooh.
fiendish.
I mean, I happen to know at least one of those stories is entirely made up.
Well, no,
Where's-
you planted the story, you don't know if it's made up or not.
I never was involved.
Right, there are real things that exist that are not you. In fact, the greater majority of existence is not you. Fuck.
I'm actually a chaos god in disguise. Thank you.
No. No, I
I'm
can
not a
beat-
very good one.
No, if you were a god, I would not be able to beat you up just like I could now, very easily.
That's the chaos thing.
Right. 23 across. Another word for a water Davian. City folk. Nah. Couple letters short.
You can tell Gaddix is thinking, he's just like, no, you can't say that. They wouldn't print that.
But yeah, you do get your newspaper. There's a pretty good write-up on what Jarlaxle's put in it, and it's going to be a multi-part series, too. You have a feeling your boss is going to be really pleased with the result of this. The other one just has, a relatively boring story of there's a shop nearby that, the family that owned it's been massacred. A lot of their stuff has been stolen. Shops are pretty well cleaned out of anything of value.
Any noteworthy thing about the family?
No, just perfectly innocent folk. Husband, wife, children, all dead.
Family
Quite
dog
violently.
stabbed in their sleep.
No dog.
Parakeet was hung. They assumed suicide, but it might have been malicious.
The family, it was a human husband, elven wife, half-elf children.
Fucking poser. He's part of a problem, not the solution. Alright then. Well, at least we got someone to read while sitting about in a patrol.
Hopefully there's no
Nice.
more messages from Saloon.
Ugh.
And with that, you make it down to the graveyard.
Well, that's fucking cheating. It's asking here for one of the masked lords of Waterdeep. Wait, hang on. Even I fucking know this one. Omen Throne. There we go.
No, unknown. There you go.
I think the answer is Omen. He's right.
Yeah.
You just don't want to admit it.
Even I know that's a masked lord of Waterdeep. That's how bad he is at it.
Yeah.
You do meet up again with the cleric. You do your split up. Somebody give me a D100 that has not given me one before.
Well, that's Braider out.
Yeah. I like rolling dice, okay?
Yeah, that wasn't the joke being made.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh. Look, I'm tired.
Right. So you all wander around.
Yay.
It's very boring.
No.
You do your little splits. You don't see pretty much anything. Every so often, you do see maybe a person wandering through, just taking a stroll.
I don't understand why you have to do these exercises. Oh god, I can't spread the legs further.
Come on. Do more. Get at least an inch. Come on.
Feel the
Yeah,
burn.
You can most just make an A, that's about it.
Did more of them make you have a ball joint or just a hinge? Come on.
There's just too much sinew.
He can only go forward. He can't actually sidestep. It's impossible.
Yeah, he's a Lego man.
Yeah.
He is, technically, yes.
Oh dear. Yeah.
A proud Danish stock.
You notice quite quickly there's nothing going on. It is dead as a door now.
Well, on the bright side, I have finished the kids' crossword puzzle, so now I can move on to the normal one.
Wait, why was? Never mind.
I've got to get used to vernacular here, okay? It's a little bit different. I'm
I
used
know
to...
Gaddock's wondering why Omen
the
Drawn
business-
was an answer to the kids' crossword puzzle.
No, that's simple. That's because when they then had to send in the answer to the newspaper, they gotta write the family name, and then they can't find out. Maybe their dad is one of them, or there's someone who has loose lips in that family.
No, he's
And they need
just
to
that
go have
indiscreet.
Yeah.
He probably also put it in there for advertising. Get the name out there.
Mm.
But yes, you do cycle back around. You meet up with Sir Ambrose. Oh, well, how did things go?
Not a peep.
I
I'm a
was
bit
hoping
disappointed,
that-
actually. I was hoping we could solve whatever's going on here.
Me as well. Unfortunately, whoever this is apparently taking their sweet time, and they are being very, very careful to avoid people. But he pulls out the coin purse and then passes it on over. 400 gold as promised.
Fantastic. Alright, well, I'm up for a second shift sometime, aye.
Oh, I'll circle through. I'll get another batch of adventures, and you all deserve a break. And truthfully, I can't really afford to pay again for a while.
I mean, we
But,
do... Not that you've been able to see much, but we do quality work.
I mean, you successfully chased the revenant down, and then you killed it
Aye.
temporarily. You did a
Probably
fair
gonna
good job.
Probably gonna see his smiling face when we go home tonight.
Oh, I certainly hope not.
Very likely. He enjoys having fun with our locks. We had to put a fucking bear trap on the roof.
Well, if you ever do need a little bit more assistance with that, don't be afraid to come on down and let me know.
Aye, well, we'll see how we go. Hopefully you'll have some happier hunting.
Agreed. It's time for me to get home and get some shut eye. So, may you all have a pleasant day, and I hope you have a good rest.
Thank you. You have a good night rest.
He nods and then takes off. You are now 400 gold richer as a party,
Yay.
But bored.
but very bored.
That reminds me, we haven't actually tried to sell off the thing the dragon got us.
You have not.
The pawn shop probably opens in a few hours.
I mean, a good pawn shop would still be open at this point, just through the back door.
But the question is, do you want a pawn shop or do you want a jeweler?
Oh yeah, by the way, how much would it have cost to fix up Lou's room?
Oh, that would have been 40 gold.
Fucking
Sales,
renovating the
that's every
whole
week.
house was 100.
Yeah, you've done some structural damage, because here's the thing. You didn't have to rebuild some things. It was mostly just repair work. You kind of shattered the room.
This is repair work.
Well, there's a. I mean, we could do it every week.
Well,
Gaddox does have mending.
the breaks are a little bigger than just an inch.
Yeah, that's the main problem, is you kind of have to almost put a new wall in there.
It's alright.
Also, were you planning on actually putting a new door to the kids' room?
Not if it's gonna cost another 40 gold.
They'd be willing to do it at the same time for a slight discount.
How much would the ladder be from the kitchen to the main floor?
Oh, that's going to be a problem.
Let's not complicate things. How much through the door?
If you're doing the door, that'd be a 15 gold on top.
Hmm. 55 gold gone already. How are you feeling about that? Obviously, we need to fix Lou's room.
Me too.
The extra door would be handy. So that the kids don't walk in and find out which one is the top and the bottom between the drow. The surprising answer is they're both bottoms. Doesn't quite work.
You gotta be thinking with portals.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
You have no idea what happens in the globe of darkness.
Oh, just.
Alright, we'll trim 55 gold off. And that'll be if something we slate like at some downtime tomorrow or whatnot. Let's see if we even have a loo to put in the room tonight.
How far are we off from the next 10-day of bar revenue?
4 days if I'm not mistaken.
I was waiting for her to say 10 days.
Guess we should head out brokering if we still have time today.
It is currently, it's still dark, but you have only got maybe 2 hours of dark left.
Suppose tomorrow then.
Colloquial phrase for things being silent or still. Quiet as the gravy. There we go.
Gravy? Hmm.
Oh
It
shit,
is time for
grave.
breakfast.
Sorry. There we go. Half of these are fucking names. I can't do names. I don't know who's the mover or swinger. Oh wait, but that's Mert.
Is it with an I or a U, though? How do you spell his name?
I don't know, but the moneylender part is making it extend off the page.
Maybe it's an E.
Alright, so we're moving home.
And you get home. I assume you all go take your room.
Well, we check through the place first for any notes. Any drow on the rooftops.
You only find Jarlaxle under your bed as usual.
Right, less of a giggling this time. Special.
Nope.
Under the bed.
Under the sheets at
Under
least.
the sea.
But no, the only drow you find in the room is Felrek in the room that you would expect him to be in.
And of course, reassure the kids that you miss nothing. We're just sitting around bored. Although, I mean, I got some.
Although they're fast asleep right now.
Oh, they're fast asleep. Okay. Usually they're too nosy for that.
No, because this is early in the morning. They've been out. They were working down in the tavern.
He told them to play and study. Damn it. And yeah, just bed.
Okay. And Lou, do you go to bed?
I feel like that's a leading question.
I would do the same arrangement if Falric's there, just to 4 on, 4 off.
Felrek agrees. He says, "How did everything go, Lou?"
I don't know. Nothing actually happened.
Okay. But would Harton agree that nothing happened?
Oh, yeah, he's really bored. He was doing crosswords. Can you believe that? Crosswords.
I can. Did you say anything that made him question things? Like
What?
why he brings
Sorry.
you around?
What was that again?
I don't know. Did he threaten to throttle you? Did you say anything to annoy him?
I'm sure I did, but he didn't actually throttle me.
All right, go take your rest.
All the love is gone. It was his first flourishing relationship, and you've made him a cynical man.
Yeah, well.
Also, get out of my chair, Feldrick.
I thought your chair was in the middle of the room. What?
No, it's always been in that corner.
Yeah.
That's where Jarlaxle decides to spawn.
Yeah, that's usually where Jarlax. Yeah, usually Felrek's here, but yeah, Jarlax usually ends up in the corner there.
So for a laugh, that's where Harton's chair is.
Because you know Jarlaxle would go for the biggest share.
The biggest chair, too big for him, makes him look like a child.
Now somehow he still looks like he owns that whole chair.
Even though his feet are off the ground and he can't even sit with his legs dangling if he's putting himself against the back of it.
Oh no! See, that's the thing. He leans against it.
Disgusting. It's a chair for good
Do I
posture.
not get a gold star for doing good today? No one's gonna give Lou a gold star.
What did you do that's worthy of a gold star?
Nothing.
And you don't get one.
But that's why I get one.
No. You only get one if you just do something that's deserving of it, Lou. Simply doing adequate doesn't get you one.
Well, that's... Sorry, I heard this from downstairs. There's at least one thing we know he did. So that's notable, at least. He did his job. Which one is it? Not this one. Look at the stocks in that picture. There we go, of Wazoo story. There you go.
Ah,
With no accredited offer for it.
quite wonderful. See, this is a good job. Very well done.
I did do this the other day.
Aye, but now you're able to show a tangible result.
And now it's going to be running multiple issues. This is also quite good. Of course, the actual story is Darl Hansel's work, but you got it in there without being spotted, so well done.
One day I'll be good at my job.
For now,
Yes.
settle for adequate.
That's what I agree with. Yes, just Lou, you can do a good job. You're capable of it. I've seen it. Just please think before you talk.
Oh, I really want to cast a spell, but I probably shouldn't.
Oh God.
Go on, be Lou.
Oh, just we're in an
There.
enclosed space. This is a natural time to cast enlarge.
Just on the head, though.
DK mode.
Yep.
So is Lou going to be good, or is Lou going to do the thing?
No, I'm just gonna keep watch.
Good. All right. Take your rest.
Good night, you two.
Good night, Harton. Appreciate
the
your
morning.
work.
Aye.
Oh, hello,
Still a
Chloe.
bit night.
Oh, as he settles into bed. It's so nice to have Vidrai in a different room of a house, you know. Lovely not to have him here right now, watching over us.
You heard it
Fuck
here
off,
first,
Saloon, I know
folks.
you're in
Harden
there.
approved investigation.
As he just
You hear
checks
nothing.
as he just checks the bathroom. Yeah, fucking
You see
thoughts.
nothing.
Yeah, fucking thought so.
You all get a long rest, and you're not interrupted.
Hooray!
Fantastic.
Okay, were there any
Somehow
spells you want to put on
even
the
more
ring?
worrying.
Are we being interrupted is the question.
Nope. You completely uninterrupted, and you wake up in the morning as expected.
Well, currently the ring is full. It's got 2 guiding bolts, 1 shatter, and 1 magic missile.
Want to change anything out?
I kind of want to keep a hold of a magic missile. And 2 guiding bolts is kind of enough for a combat, along with a shatter. It's small enough AoEs for Uzi in order to always use something. Well, we descend
right.
for we descend for
Carrie,
breakfast.
do I remember correctly that last time when we found Saloon in a graveyard, at some point he kind of looked like he wanted to kill us, but he ran away despite not really wanting to?
That was the incident where y'all chased him through the graveyard.
So he left those notes that one time.
And that was that other time where he webbed Felrect and Lou.
Yeah.
And he opted not to kill them instead and ran away.
Yeah, but the fact that we got a good night's sleep now and the whole thing from yesterday, I would kind of assume he does have some other agendas besides killing us. And he did talk about someone else. A patron of sorts, telling him.
So, is this going to be something we discuss over breakfast?
Yes, I would bring that up to everyone else.
Well, considering his luck like the other couple of times, might be making some deals with other people, but he just can't help himself to still let us know that he's trying to kill us.
Uh,
And maybe he realized it wasn't working just breaking in every morning. We did fuck him up a couple times now. Or he's
Yeah,
gonna like set the house on fire or something.
do you think it would stop him?
And he only has a year. He probably wants to get a better plan.
And there have been times where he's seen us and not taken an attempt. He's not unthinking, he's just insane.
Hey,
Yeah, I still am fairly certain he has some other agenda or some other thing going on as well, besides killing us.
Jarlaxle has plenty of enemies. Could be any one of them.
Huh.
Are you implying that he's working with some mating mother?
Is can they bring a revenant back like that?
No. Well, I don't know. Theoretically, I mean, it would mostly depend if Lulth would give them a spell for that. But no, that's not something we really do. Now, there are times no, that he would not do that. So no, don't worry about that.
Oh, I'm just worried about the regular revenant stuff.
Yes. He has somebody that's given him his abilities, yes, but he could be working alongside somebody theoretically, but he could also just be indulging in his religious fanaticism.
So he might just be talking about Loth.
He could be, yes.
Would she ever? Nah.
Well, the only thing that makes me concerned is he was never able to summon webs like that. So either somebody gave him an item that can do that, or he's able to now do that.
Well, hopefully that's his only new trick.
Agreed. So, anything else from anybody? Any opinions?
I'll probably just mention that it's 2 minutes past 5 here.
Yeah. So it's time for bed, guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop off too.
All right.
He hasn't pushed the button yet. Slow down.
Oh, no, I'm not hopping off right now. I mean, I'm going too soon.
Yeah, it was more that it's before starting to start going into all the threats and such to start going down.
Yeah, mostly at this stage it was just gonna be, what are y'all doing there? But yeah,
Yeah,
I
we
was
just have the
expecting
docks
better.
to deal with, I think, right,
So
today?
if I don't stop the stream, Pan can't leave. He's too addicted to the attention.
I'm just a disembodied voice. Are you kidding?